Deep for the Holly Pond Broncos will be number 8, Nicholas Goodwin, a 6 foot, 151-pound junior. The official has blown his whistle. And here comes the kick from Benella. He'll take it. And a little nubber right down Main Street. He'll be taken at the 30-yard line, and he'll be taken immediately by the deuce, slamming down Colin Brown as Mr. J.J. Boatwright act like he had a mat on, and nice job by the Hornets. And the Broncos will start 1st and 10. Looks like they're going to start them right at the what yard line? They got 2 or 3 different yard lines. Is it going to be the 30 or the 31? I think it's the 31 where they tackled it. But we got a little confusion going on out there.
They spotted. Officials' hands like mine, too, when I dropped the ball. But here we go.
The Hornets have a couple of new guys tonight that they hadn't had. They got Gerlach back and they got Wise back. So we'll see how that goes for the Hornets. They'll go under center. One of the few times we see, and right off the bat, they hand it right up the gut. And a nice job by the Hornets to hit him quick. He'll pick up a couple. And Zane Faulkner will be the ball carrier for the Broncos.
Yeah, really good job up front. Again, kind of get an initial push, Coach. It looked like they would kind of stalemate the line of scrimmage, but about a 3.5-yard gain, which that's what that veer will do. Kind of move the line of scrimmage, and again, 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yep. Chris also played conservative football, Greg.
Second down and 7. Here comes the snap from center. They'll take it. They'll run a little option. They'll pitch it out to the big guy, number 4, and he'll break a tackle and get close to the first down marker. I think he'll be about a yard short. Where we are, it will be hard for us to see Zane Faulkner with the ball carrier. I couldn't tell who made the tackle.
I tell you, I don't know whose responsibility the quarterback was there, Greg, but he put a good lick on him. But that may have been almost a predetermined option there. Just a fake inside dive, fake pitch to running back, and got about what, a foot, 2 feet?
Yeah, 3rd down and 1 for the Holly Pond Broncos. As Olinger will go under center, he'll take it and hand it right up the middle. And if he got the first down, he barely got the first down. It'll be close. It looks like it's going to be 4th down. Depends on the spot. And it will be 4th down and 1, looks like. So decision time, the ball sitting at the 40-yard line. I thought the defensive front for the Hornets owned them that time.
Got to be disciplined now, Greg. Defensive front. Got to watch ball movement. Don't get a silly offside here.
You 0-2, you go for it. They're going to quarterback sneak it, and I believe, close. I don't know if he got it or not. I mean, I'm telling you right now, if he got it, he barely got it. As he was shoved down immediately. It depends on the spot. If he got it by the hair of his chinny chin.
Billy thinks it's a turnover on downs.
Well, I can't see the ball where it's spotted. It's going to be close.
That's real close, Greg.
What defense the last 2 times for the Hornets is they just really shut down up front. It will be close.
It's really a big situation.
He got a better spot than I thought he had.
I think that
and it's going to be 1st and 10 Broncos by the hair of the chinny chin. That'll be a S&S 1st and 10. It took them 4 plays to get there.
Now that
was they got it.
Big play right there. Good defense really by Lowe's Fork, Greg. Just they didn't have far to go. The little quarterback makes it. And here we go. 1st and 10. The green of Holly Pond.
Well, they're black tonight.
They're black.
They're dressed in black on black on black. Black helmets, black socks, black shirts. Here we go. They'll go under center. They'll snap it. They'll hand it. No, they'll keep it. Nobody kept the quarterback this time, and he's free. He may take it to the house, but he can't get by number 14, Landon Keith, and a huge run by Olinger, Sawyer Olinger, and not disciplined football that time by the Hornets.
Well, just one back in the backfield, quarterback in the fullback position, and kind of a couple of speed options where they're just reading the either outside linebacker, defensive end. And that time, Locust Fork able to get up the field, but again, nobody quarterback containment. And Coach, I think going on a 4th down again on the side of the field gives me a kind of an indication of what they think their defensive matchup is against Locust Fork.
And that's an S 1st and 10. They'll roll out to the right, going to throw it. It's going to be complete to the big 81, who is a big time target, and he'll pick up close to 6 or 7 yards. Christian Couch, a senior. So a nice job by the Broncos finally for the first time throwing the football.
Kind of a little drag route, waggle route across the middle, getting inside those linebackers. Nice throw. Quarterback, nice catch. Big play. Second and 3.
Coach, he's not hard to find out running around in the secondary. 6'5",
No.
228.
I think he may be the kicker too. So second, and we'll call it 3. They'll take it this time, and he'll keep it again. A little bit better job by the Hornets this time, as they'll wrap him up pretty quick. I don't know if he got anything. He might have, if anything, lost a yard. And we're gonna give him about a foot. So it'll be 3rd down and a long 2.5.
And if you go for it on 4th down at your own 39, you're probably going to go 4 downs a lot.
4 downs here. I would think so, Jeffrey. You know, that big number 81, they put him as a really tight wing back, H-back in there, and he was trying to get some knockdown and create some space inside.
They're on about the 25-yard line of the Hornets.
Got to find him. He's wide out now.
3rd down, the quarterback's going to roll to his left. He's going to be in some trouble. He's going to escape, and he's going to be brought down. And a great job defensively. It looked like that was JJ and number 55, I thought, for the Hornets.
Yeah, that's really nice. Going to be close again, Greg.
Levi Self. So it'll be third, or either be 3rd or 1st down is going to be 4th and just inches. We'll see. Hornets is doing a good job on 3 of the 4 downs, but they're giving them 1 down to get several yards.
We're going to measure this one, Greg.
So they'll bring the chains out to see if they got an S&S 1st and 10. This offense is tough to defend, and I'm sure they've had a hard time assimilating there in the offensive side of practice. Let's see what they got it or not. 3rd down, and it will be a 1st down. So 1st and 10, and S&S 1st and 10, back to back to back. 1st downs for the Broncos, and they're just methodically marching it right down the field. Look like they got it spotted right on the 25-yard line, I believe it is. It's just hard for us to see. We're way down here on the 20, y'all on about the 15. If they'll play it down here on this end, we can keep up with it a little bit better. 1st and 10 Broncos. First drive of the game, no score. 7:46 to play. They're taking time off the clock, and they're moving the football exactly what they wanted to do. Here comes Olinger. He'll go under center. 2 receivers split out to either side. He's going to run the option. He's going to kick it this time. The number 4.
Great
He'll be
job.
brought down by Landon Keith, and that'll be a loss on that play. About 3-yard loss, so we'll call it 2nd 13. Good play that time, Jeffrey.
Yeah, really good job. Landon coming up from his safety position. Looks for again, kind of creeping up, and you have to be careful. Holly Palm will take shots down the field, but Landon doing a really good job of rolling up as when the quarterback came out from under center and get to the outside pitch back.
And really the first negative play, a big negative play that they've had. So 2nd down and long. They don't want to be in long scenarios today. They'll go under center again. They'll take it, fake it. They'll throw it right over the middle, incomplete, intended for the big 81. But a little too high that time. His Couch, Christian Couch, he's tall, but he wasn't that tall.
That would have been a big play, Greg. And he'd been hard to bring down.
So 3rd down
Big
and
target.
13 now. As you try to, and I think Coach thought they had to bend but not break defensively against them. It's hard till you get things shored up here, but this is a big down, I believe, right here for the Broncos and the Hornets. 3 receivers split to the left this time. And the Hornets going to help them out. That's undisciplined football right there. You cannot jump off sides.
That shortens the distance.
Right there.
Down in distance.
And that'll
5
be
yards.
Angel Lopez, and coming in to be Elijah Mitchell. Well, that'll bring up, instead of 3rd and 13, that's 3rd and about 6 or 7.
Trips left, Greg.
And we saw Locust Fork give Pennington a lot of opportunities. He'll roll to his left. He's looking, got a man wide open, and he'll make the play. And I believe he'll have enough for his 1st down, and he will. And he would not have had the first down had the Hornets not jumped off sides on the play before. He got it just enough. So another 1st and 10, and that'll move them on down to about the, looks like about the 14 or 15 yard line. So Broncos just methodically blowing up the Hornets right now. And the Hornets helping them a little bit with the defensive jumping off sides. Here comes Olinger. He'll go under center. He'll take it and he'll hand it right up the gut to number 4. He'll barrel inside a little bit more, but he'll be met with a little authority by number 12, Burgett. Also in that there on the play would be number 62 for the Hornets, Caleb Patterson, and that'll be a 5-yard gain, 2nd down 5.
Just a basic, to me, just a give dive to the tailback running back. Really good leg strength from number 4, great running, and a good push by the offensive line. Got to get a little penetration, take that first option away, the dive.
They're going to throw it again. He'll roll to his left. He'll keep it this time, and a nice job of bringing him down by, I believe that was, we got people all over the place in front of us. That'd be Jonathan Burgett. And it'll be 3rd down, and I think we got the mid-quarter time, right?
Yep.
Is it mid-quarter break?
Yes, 5:39 first quarter.
We'll keep it here. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. They've controlled the ball. They've mixed up the option with a few passes, rolling out. And they got a 3rd down and 1, I believe it is, because they don't look like they're going to measure it. So it'll be 3rd and about a foot.
They've had possession of ball, Greg, for over half the first quarter now.
6 minutes and 6 minutes
21.
and 21 seconds. All basically on the ground. They did complete 1 pass.
Yeah, they don't put it down in distance up there on the scoreboard. So
it's 3rd and a
third
foot.
and an inch.
Yeah, he held up about a foot. Now they're going to measure.
What are we doing there official?
Now they're going to measure. They had all that time. They could have been measured.
Official.
So it's either 3rd and a foot or it's 1st down. If you're a Holly Pond Bronco, you got to feel good about the way this thing's started. You got a big crowd. Locust Fork's packed their stands. They packed their stands. They got all these youngsters on the in the stands right now. He's going to be close to another 1st down. And he will have another 1st and goal this time. 1st and goal for the Broncos. They have just methodically just shoved it right down the throat of the Hornets.
Greg, can you tell what yard line is on?
At the 4-yard line.
4.
1st and goal from about the 5-yard line. We're way away from the play right here. Landon Keith coming up with some big plays. He's going to have a big play here if the Hornets are going to be able to get out of this jam they're in right now. Here comes Olinger under center. He'll hand it to 4, and they'll be stood up.
No.
And they'll go back outside, rather. And he will be short. Gets down about the 1 or 2 yard line. Olinger faked it, then kept it, and rolled to the left. And it looks like by that marker over there, it's about the 2-yard line.
Greg, I can't tell if he's really reading there or he may have. I don't know, but getting some penetration from Locust Fork line. So, I mean, they strung it out and made the play right there.
Yeah, Coach, I believe he's reading the initial.
Is he the read who's taking the dive?
Yeah, they're not blocking the outside guy from the nose, so they're probably releasing him. He's going to read that at first, and then again tack the defensive end outside linebacker.
He'll keep it himself. He'll dive in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. And a huge 69-yard touchdown drive capped off by a 1-yard run by Mr. Olinger, the quarterback. And just like that, it's 6-0 Broncos, and a nice job by Sawyer Olinger, a sophomore.
Greg, that took 7 minutes and 24 seconds of the first quarter, that drive. Prolonged drive, good execution, key plays, make it on 4th down, that big one, getting help with a penalty. And that's the way they want to play it. Coach Moss just pound it with a running game.
Biggest play was that 4th down. The extra point attempt is up,
Good.
and it is good. And with 4:36 to go in the first quarter, it's Holly Pond 7, Locust Fork 0. And that is not what you wanted to see if you were a Hornet. Well, folks, that's old-fashioned football right there.
Just excellent execution, Greg, of a very disciplined offense. And that can be a really high risk when you're reading folk and not blocking certain people. It can be a high risk, but it was great reward for them on that series.
Well, the beauty of it, Coach, when you are reading up front, that allows you to double team other folks kind of at the second level. And again, you got 2 10th graders, Sawyer Olinger and Zane Faulkner. Olinger, the quarterback, Faulkner, the running back. And again, really just good job by the sophomore quarterback. Again, not a big guy, 5'7", 136, how he's listed, but really good job of reading and, again, taking what the Locust Fork Hornet defense gave them. And, again, it all goes back to that 4th down conversion that was really close. But, you say a game of inches. I mean, the Locust Fork potentially had the ball at the 41-yard line. Holly Pond able to go on down and score.
And they're going to pooch kick it, and they'll kick it to Charlie Armstrong. He needs to secure the ball a little better than he is, and he'll return it on up about to the 37-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Hornets.
4:30 left in the first quarter, Greg. A long, long time with the ball for the Holly Pond Broncos. Great job. Now the Hornets got to battle back, respond, get some points on the board.
Well, they have took Matt Mitchell off the starting receiver, and I thought Matt did a really good job for the Hornets. They got number 20, Miles Watts, out there.
He's the little running back that had the concussion problem.
And here comes the snap. They're going to run the quarterback keeper, and he's got some running room around the right side. He'll break a tackle, and then he'll be knocked down. Yep.
Really great run in there, Dylan Embry.
He'll gain about 5 or 6 yards, but I thought they pursued the quarterback pretty good. Holloway doing a good job on defensively for the Holly Pond Broncos. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Let's see what the Hornets do here. They're going to go for the shotgun.
Mismatch here with JJ.
I think the Hornets want to throw it. They'll have a chance to. They got 3 receivers split to the right, the left, 1 to the right. They'll take it, and they'll fire it to JJ. And he will run over a guy, run over another guy, and get his 1st down. First down, Hornets. Did you think he run over that guy?
Yeah, that's some great running at the catch, Greg. Extra yardage. Look good. Great pass. Great throw from Embry.
So an S&S 1st and 10 for the Hornets with 3:38 to go. Hornets trailing 7-0. And they didn't stop the clock. It just kept running through the 1st down. Here's a snap. They'll hand it right up the gut to Burgett. And he didn't get much, maybe a yard. They are flying around to the ball, are the Broncos. Gain of 2, 2nd down, and we'll call it 8, a long 8.
3:06, first period.
They'll look to the sideline. We got 3 receivers put out to the left, with JJ kind of on the line. They'll go roll to the left. The quarterback, he'll fire it complete to Charlie Armstrong.
Nice catch.
And he'll catch it for another Hornet 1st and 10. It was a little bit of a low throw and a pretty good catch for Charlie. So S&S 1st and 10.
A little soft roll, kind of away from pressure, and again able to square his shoulders up. The ball was low. Charlie did a good job. Really caught it down around his shoe tops, Coach, able to kind of just roll over and secure the ball.
Nice play. Number 3, Charlie Armstrong. Excellent concentration.
Ball to about the 37-yard line. They'll drop back the pass. They got a man outside. They'll get it to J.J. Boatwright, and they'll drop it.
That's
pretty good coverage, Joe. I thought those guys really hung with him. There's 3 guys that came to help a little bit. He hit him in the bread basket with it, but he couldn't hang on.
Yeah, that was a tough catch.
Yeah, he did. You could say that it was a drop, but again, it was kind of a back shoulder throw, ball well underthrown. JJ kind of caught the defensive back in the ball at the same time.
Sure did.
Right. Safety over the top. So, and again, may have been back shoulder by design. JJ was behind the defense, but then the underthrow brought him back into coverage.
Well, good job by the safety coming over too and putting a little contact in there, a little hit.
And now Holly Pond's going to help the Hornets. His big number 81. He cannot jump offside without somebody not noticing because he's big as the building.
That's a quick path to the psychiatrist for the head coach there. Just watch the football.
There's a big crowd this game.
Boy, I tell you what,
Folks Forks packed in here. They're packed in here.
there's a bunch of folks.
I was not expecting this big a crowd, but there's a huge crowd. They're making some money tonight. 2nd down and 5 for the Hornets. 2:13 to go. The clock never stopped. I've never seen the clock stop yet. They'll snap it, and the quarterback's going to keep it. And he's got some running room. He gets a great block.
Great
inside
block.
the 20, inside the 10, inside the end zone.
I'll tell you what.
Touchdown, Hornets. It's Dino. Took it to
yeah.
the house.
Greg.
A 35-yard scamper for the sophomore, and the Hornets are a point away from tying it up.
Greg, that was tremendous effort on number 2, Speedboat Wright. I tell you what, JJ blocked the entire run, really. And to me, that's how he got in the end zone. JJ's just extra effort.
So here comes the extra point. This has been tricky for the Hornets as they have Bonella will attempt it. Charlie will hold it. Here's the snap. It's good. The hold is good, and the kick is up, and it is no good.
Golly.
On a night where you got to have extra points, that looked like a sandwich going awry. And it's 7-6 with a nice drive and a nice answer, I thought, by the Hornets. 16-0 Cleveland, steamrolling the Eagles. As they come with a mad on, I think, tonight. And Bill, Donna, Daniel, and Tara Parkins pulling for the Hornets from Waynesville, North Carolina.
All right.
We might wish we had Daniel Parkins. He was a pretty good athlete for the Hornets, no doubt about it. Certainly.
Could he kick extra points?
Right now, we need an extra point kicker.
Well, that young man is first time to ever do this, and I think he's going to do nothing but get better. Needs to, because, I mean, every point in this game is big. This is a region game. Big time.
7-6, 1:57 to go. Deep for the Broncos will be Nicholas Goodwin. He's a junior. Oaks Fork don't kick it deep too much, that's for sure. And they'll nub it again. And coming down there and wobbling, stopping, and jumping around, and the Hornets, I think
the Hornets got the ball.
And that's a great job by J.J. Boatwright.
That's what effort will do, Greg. That's 2 plays, effort plays by number 2. It done nothing but help his team. J.J. Boatwright was like we said, a speedboat.
He was like a
colorful.
Yeah. So the Hornets get the not attempting the onside kick, but by the bobble by the big guy from Ollie Pond. They get it 1st and 10 at the Bronco 30 with 1 minute and 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. And that's the first time I've seen that clock stop. Let's see what the Hornets can do here.
Fast quarter.
It was. He only got 10 seconds on the play clock. They'll get the play. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. You got to get it off. They do with 1 second. He's going to keep it himself, kind of a wildcat look. They'll get a block outside. He'll turn back inside. He's inside the 20, and he'll be tripped up in a huge play. I believe it was number 4. Zane Faulkner saved a touchdown.
I tell you what, people watching this game want to see somebody that's a good teammate. They need to be watching number 2, Greg. The effort he's expended as a blocker. I mean, he's not getting the ball, and he's fantastic. He's already recovered a fumble kick, and his effort is a teammate making those extra blocks. Fantastic. Uh-oh. Now
1st and 10.
They're over the top now, the safety is.
They're going to snap it. They're going to look. And he's going to be running for his life, and he ain't got nowhere to go. And he'll go down. And a great job defensively that time. Had a guy wide open. I don't know if he couldn't see him or what, but
I don't think he could see.
I think our young receiver was a little confused on the route. I think he went to find somebody in the route progression that wasn't there on the left side. Tried to come back to the short side of the field.
Well, number 20 for the Hornets, who has been out with a concussion, Miles Watts. First game that they've had him, trying to give a little bit of depth
Yep.
and save some of you people on defense and offense.
Making it.
But a 5-yard loss would bring up second down and 15 for the Hornets. Hornets going to flare it out to the running back. He's inside the 30, inside the 25. He'll run over a man. And Jonathan Burgett will get about 12 of the 15 back. And then to bring up third down, and the first third down of the game for the Hornets and 2.
Well, I don't know nearly as much about football as I thought, because I thought Landon Keith did a really good job of blocking the point of attack, but Coach Billy Adams
well, he got
not sure what Billy saw, but
Coach Saban chewing right there.
Maybe something after the play, but again, I thought he did a really good job setting the edge.
Yeah,
Coach.
I did too.
Well, that is going to do it for the first quarter. A fast first quarter as the Broncos had the ball most of the first quarter. And the Hornets do have a chance right here to maybe answer the call a little bit. But a heck of a first quarter, I thought, for the Broncos to get an early lead. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Hornet Network on WCRL. We'll be right back.
Did you know that Terry Sly Chevrolet in Adiana is your Big Tex trailer headquarters? We have a huge inventory and they're all priced to move. Right now, own a new Big Tex 14 TL 20-foot trailer for only $89.95. A Big Tex 70 PI 16-foot trailer for only $39.95. Or a 70 CH 18-foot for only $42.50. We are your Big Tex headquarters. Shop and save today. Visit us on Highway 75 in Adiana and online at terryslyschevy.com, where we always say, let's cut a deal.
And they'll fire it to Mitchell. He's open. Touchdown and a beautiful pass. And the Hornets may need a beautiful pass here to get the lead. 7-6 Broncos. They held the ball for almost 7 minutes in the first quarter. But the Hornets threatening big time right now. Third down, they go with a hard count. They can't get them to jump off sides. Now they'll take it. Now hand it right up the gut to number 12. Burgetti gets outside. He better turn it up. He will run over a guy. He'll be close to the first down.
Real close.
But I think he's going to be.
May have made it, Greg. It's close.
No, I believe he's going to be a foot short. So the Hornets going to have to go for it on fourth down. I think I'm keeping it in Dino's hands here somehow or another.
Well, Locust Fork really spread the field out. Had JJ was about a yard and a half from the sideline on the right hand. Landon Keith about the same on the left. Locust Fork tried to just get maybe outnumber them in the box, Coach.
Yeah,
Burgett looked like he tried to break it outside, which not a lot up front initially. And I think you are going to get maybe a quarterback draw here.
Well, if you throw it to the running back, he's got the first down, but he's going to keep it. He's going to bust it up in there inside the 5, and he's going to be close. But he'll be down about the 1, looks like.
Good call.
A good run that time by. If he kept his foot, he'd scored. He'd have scored. He got it down to about the 1 or 2 yard. We are way away from the play.
Yeah, it's hard to. We can't tell the
We're
folks.
about as close to the Holly Pond Cafe.
Yeah, yes. We are. And there's a run by the quarterback. He'll barrel inside the 1. And will he get in?
No.
Nope. He'll be short by just a few inches. Hornets went fast that time. They went NASCAR, I guess you call it. But the NASCAR got run into a brick wall.
NASCAR had a rain delay or something there, or something on the track.
I mean, it couldn't be more than a foot, I don't think.
I thought he scored before, but I keep this.
Hornets have had trouble inside the 2, boys.
I have the worst angle right now.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going with 4 again. Oh, we're going to go with 12. He's going to walk in the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets. Jonathan Burgett, the senior, giving the Hornets the lead. And that is huge to answer
Probably
the back-to-back touchdown.
Sure is. Great response. Going for 2 here, I would think, Greg. 12-7.
So 12-7, 10:22 to go in the half. Hornets take it 30 yards. And they basically ram it right down the throat of the Broncos. And they'll go for 2 here. Quarterback will take it. He'll look. He'll fire it over to J.J. Boatwright. Did he catch it? Yes, sir. A great catch by J.J. And the 2-point conversion is good. And it's 14-7 with 10:22 to go here in the half.
Yeah, ball a little bit behind JJ and kind of high, but JJ able to go up and secure it. And coach, back to the touchdown. It looked like we went with a little misdirection, maybe snapped it to Burgett. Quarterback went the opposite direction. Little bit of a misdirection play for Locust Fork, able to get it in the end zone. And again, the first quarter dominated time of possession by Holly Pond. I started to say at one time, no matter how good your offense is, it's very difficult for them to score when they don't have the ball. And same thing for Holly Pond. It's hard for them to run that offense very effectively when they turn it over on the kickoff.
I just saw a 16-0 Cleveland, but Appalachian, they said, went on like a 4 or 5 minute drive all the way down to 10 fumbled going in. So the Eagles having a little bit of success. No score on any of the other games that I see so far. But a nice drive for the Hornets, and I think everybody from Locust Fork feeling a little bit better. But now what you got to do, you got to kick it back to them. And Pennington is not faring well. It is 28-0. So the old Madison Academy coming down from 4A looking like a juggernaut right now.
Well, who did they play in their first 2 games?
I think they stepped up and played. Again, Madison Academy, they play a different brand.
They played Deshler, I know, was one of them, and Randolph. Clay Chalk, Danville leading Susanmore 7-0. Another kick. This time they're going to get on it. The little nubber kick that the Hornets try, and that just drives me bananas. We're going to have to find somebody to kick the ball deep.
Well, I will say he does an incredible job of kicking on the kickoffs based on the placement.
Yeah,
I mean,
he does. Yeah,
we lay the ball looks like almost flat on the tee.
I know it.
Sideways.
I don't know. I guess that's just what it worked though. You got spinning and sputtering and everything, twisting every which way in the world. So 1st and 10 for the Broncos, as my man Olinger, who has been very effective, Sawyer Olinger, will take it. And he'll hand it this time to a new man, number 7, Jaden Holloway, and he will be thrown for a loss, about a yard loss, I believe. Great defensive time by the Hornets.
The Missile did a great job of fighting off a block, Greg, maintaining that outside-in relationship. They would come up and stop the ball carrier.
Coleman Williams, the senior.
Great pursuit, and are really battling. Really wasn't that much pursuit, but he maintained the leverage where he couldn't get outside.
And a huddle coach.
Had a huddle that time.
Yep.
They'll go under center again. 2 receivers split to the right, one to the left. They'll keep it with the quarterback, and the Missile will miss a tackle that time, and another guy will miss a tackle. Is Landon Keith, and finally bringing down the little shifty quarterback. I believe it was number 12, Jonathan Burgett, but a big pickup that time as he gets about 9 yards. It'll be 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 2.
Olinger has got some really good feet, Greg. Surprisingly quick and made some people miss. Gave him a chance to get a first down here.
What I'm seeing, Hawthorne's going to be pretty good in the future because they got everybody back too. It's going to be a knockdown dragout the next few years. Whoever works the hardest. 3rd and short again, just like they like it. They'll hand it up the middle, and he's gone. 4, unless he can be run down by Matt Mitchell, and he will. Nice job by Matt Mitchell. As number 4, Zane Faulkner, taking it all the way down to about the 20-yard line, and Mr. Matt Mitchell saved a touchdown.
That was a big play by Mitchell, Greg. We got to hold on here. I tell you, they blocked us up front. Jeffrey was pretty good there.
Yeah, did a really good job. I think he just kind of stalked at the line of scrimmage, found a hole, and again, Matt Mitchell out of nowhere.
Yeah, I didn't think it. Yeah,
no shot of making a play from where he was, but yeah, he ran him down in a span of about 8 or 9 yards.
I mean, he was smoking it down through there. That rest is helping him. 1st and 10, and S&S 1st and 10. They'll hand it this time to number 5, and he will not get very much this time. As they'll hand it to Diego Garcia. He'll get about a yard.
That was JJ, wasn't it, out there?
It was him and 52 for the Hornets, and 52. I don't know what happened to my list of the Hornets, but the number 52, I believe, is Ammon Brazil. So 2nd down, and we'll call it 9.
Greg, that was a speed sweep with a little wingback action.
Yeah, I think that's what they opened the drive up, Coach. Yeah. And you really got to maintain some eye discipline because a lot of moving parts, and they sneak that fullback right up the seam.
They'll run it to the left this time, and a fumble. Can the Hornets get on it? They got a chance, and they will. And it's J.J.
Yeah.
Boatwright taking away from the Holly Pond guy and then taking it away from old Sean Harper. J.J., if you're in an Easter egg hunt, you don't want to be in with him.
Greg,
That's
that's
a two-man fight. I don't know if Drew's still in fighting shape or not, but yeah.
Woo.
JJ looks like he's going after the last biscuit of a
boy. You're not kidding.
15-child household, coach.
Woo.
He's been phenomenal in this ball game.
He sure has.
Effort. I love effort.
14-7, 7:38 to go. Hayden Wildcats 7, Carver 0 after one period of play. 14-7. Hornets will get the ball at the 23-yard line. 7:38 to go in the first half. They'll go with 3 receivers to the right, one to the left. They're going to hand it right up the gut. They got running room. They've got more running room, 15, 20 yards, and a nice pickup by the senior as he just barreled through there for about 18 officially, I think.
Greg, when you run that option offense, it's high risk, as we talked about earlier, and you got to make a good pitch to your running back. The pitch relationship on that last one, we used to tell our players 4 yards. The running back was about 3. The ball got on him too quick, caused a fumble.
Again, let's go back, coach, to the play of Matt Mitchell and making the
hey,
play and now the turnover.
Now
So, yeah,
the
huge
save,
play.
that saves at least 6 points.
Here we go. 3 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. 7:03, 1 second to go. They're going to call timeout on the play clock.
Is that the heat?
And it may be the heat time. Nope,
No, we
going to be a
call
timeout by the Hornets. You can't take them away. You get 3.5. We'll keep it right here. I think other than if Locust Fork can score here, you mentally start to affect Holly Pond. I've watched both of their games. They have scored early in the games, and then after about the first possession or two, they kind of fall off. And that looks like could be happening here. They've had 2 things to hurt them.
They have moved the ball against us, but they've shot themselves, as you talked about, shot a toe off with the big man couldn't control the kickoff, fumble. J.J. Boatwright just whipping everybody out there to get that next one. Yeah, this is big. If they can knock one down, knowing you're going to get the ball back, start the second half.
Well, they've proven they can take the ball and go the width of the field.
Yeah.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Ball at the 39-yard line. They'll snap it. They'll fire. It's going to be a double pass. No, he's going to keep it this time. And that's going to be the Watts. And he's really motoring down there. Boy, he's got a different step. We're going to get a flag, maybe a face mask. I hope it's not a hold. If it's a hold, it was not going to hit him because he's already on the ground. But I'm telling you right now, Miles Watts looked like a bullet shot out of a cannon. That's what they call.
Didn't Watts have a good game until he got dinged up?
He was running through.
A
horse collar.
Horse collar called on Watts. He gets every time he's around the ball, he's getting banged around or pulled down wrong. So that'll be a big penalty. So 15 yards added to about the 15. No, that's about a 20-yard gain. So about a 35-yard gain. That's going to carry it right on down, I believe, in about the 28-yard line or so. So 1st and 10 for the Hornets, a S&S 1st and 10. 6:48 to go in the first half, 14-7, but the Hornets on the move right now. They'll go from the shotgun. They'll take it. I'll hand it right up the gut. Whoop. Howdy doody.
Yes, now.
Tutti Frutti. As I can't get his number. Yeah, Big 73. Antonio Aguilar said, "How do you do, Mr. Burgett?"
Hey,
Antonio, one of the captains, I believe, in that coach, and playing and understandably why there.
That's the guy that knows how to tackle right there. That's form. I mean, that's almost perfect technique. Well, he just knocked him right to the ground there.
Sure did.
That wasn't anything but a great tackle.
Shotgun formation. They'll roll. Got a man chasing the quarterback, and he'll fire it complete to Charlie Armstrong. And that'll be close to a first down.
That's big, buddy.
If it is, it'll be an S&S 1st and 10. Let's see where they mark it. Charlie having to go down low to catch these things right now.
Greg, a lot of weapons offensively for the Hornets right now.
Let's see what they're going to call. They're going to make them measure it, I think. We've had more measurements in this first half than I ever remember. 6:04 to go first half. 14-7, but the Hornets inside the 20-yard line, and they're going to measure this. Charlie got about 10 yards on that last completion.
I think it's first down.
And again, just a soft roll, coach, to the
Yeah.
left, and really made it look kind of easy. Charlie with about a 10-yard sit down.
Kind of flooding the zone in
Yep.
it, Jeffrey.
Yeah,
and it-
three-man route.
Yep.
One sits down, one runs across, one goes kind of on the seam. And then, again, Dino doing a good job squaring his shoulders and maybe enough for a first down. Just short.
Going to be about
Just short.
6 inches short, so 9.5-yard gain for Charlie Armstrong.
Burgett's wondering why we didn't run that on first down.
But it's third down. That's why you can't jump offside right here and just
No.
blow up everything. What so far the Hornets, other than giving up that first drive, have really been effective in being precise offensively and coming up with big plays defensively since the first 7-minute drive. But they got to finish here. They got to finish this drive. If they can finish here, they'll have a chance to have a 2-score lead. And not only a 2-score lead, but they get the ball first to start the second half.
A lot of weapons out there offensively right now.
So you're going to have 4 receivers split to the right this time.
Again, boy, I like a sprint out again to the right.
Yeah,
coach.
right
Worst
side,
case, Dino
good.
just takes it for the first down.
If you got,
Somebody's going to have to block one guy.
if you had tight end, you
They're going to
could-
run it right up the middle.
Oh,
That's like the
see
Red
you.
Sea party. Inside the 5, touchdown, Hornets.
Good.
As
Great
Dino
job.
Embry goes 25 yards like a bullet. And just like that, the Hornets take a 20-7 lead and 20 unanswered points.
But we were looking potentially, coach, for the sprint out to the wide side of the
Yeah,
field,
I
but
mean-
we ended up with a sprint out right up
Right
the middle.
the middle.
Yeah.
And he
Really prefer, and again, by alignment, they have to spread out with
yeah,
us.
they've
and
got
then,
to get out with our wideouts.
I think you're seeing the difference in just the, the up front
Yeah.
capabilities, 2A to 3A.
Another attempted extra point. Vanilla. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up, and it is no good.
Golly,
Man, that looked good. to
pretty.
me.
I thought that one was good.
It's pretty right up till they say it's no good.
Man, that looked good to me. I guess it was left.
Yeah, missed it.
It wasn't by
to the
much,
left.
though.
Maybe he'll get a lot of tries tonight.
Maybe he will.
Maybe we'll end up with about 7 more missed field or extra points tonight.
But a nice job by the Hornets.
I tell you,
They marched the ball down the field. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that was a 72-yard touchdown drive by the Hornets, capped off with about. It's hard for us to get the numbers correct, but it's about a 25-yard scamper on 3rd down and 1. And that was a nice answer for the Hornets.
Hornets have really played well. I think it really upset them. Gave up that long touchdown drive. They've responded. They've competed full speed all the time since then. And number 2's done a great job getting some, not touchdowns or anything, but just effort points from recovering fumbles, being where he's supposed to be. And his blocking on Dylan's first touchdown run was phenomenal.
It was not a fair fact, coach.
Not true. The guy weighed what?
Well, I'm just saying.
115?
Yeah.
Golly.
Well, here comes another. Oh, what a long one there. They're going to kick that one off. They're going to have a chance to return this one as they kick it to their return guy, number 8, Nicholas Goodwin, and he'll be brought down by the missile.
I tell you, the
Coleman Williams, he's everywhere.
Coleman is tough as a pine knot. He is everywhere.
It really sets up, here kind of midway through the second quarter, coach, again, the way that they move the football, huge opportunity for Locust Fork if we can get a stop.
Stop here.
Yep, and get the ball back again. It really puts them behind the 8 ball, I think, for the rest. It gets a critical drive for Holly Pond and as well the Locust Fork defense.
And they may have to quit running it so much and trying to
They
throw it,
start
and it could
throwing.
give them some trouble. We got pretty good defensive backs. They'll go under center. They're going to run it again. They're going to hand it to the first guy through, and a great job by the Hornets. Big 66, also number 50 for the Hornets. And those guys, as I look at my stat sheet here, is Sean Harper,
Hey,
and I guess that was Dylan Hodges.
tell you, great job by both Hodges and Harper. I mean, mate, there was no place to go there. Really nice job controlling your gap, whipping your man.
So about a yard and a half gain, be second down. They'll take it, and they're going to keep it. Fumble again. He fumbled it again. Can the Hornets get on it? Somebody battling for it.
The Hornets think
The
they
Hornets
got
think they got it, and they do.
it. The Hornets. Great
Who
job.
was it?
I think it
I
may
think it
have
was
been.
JJ.
Was it the?
It was J. It was JJ.
I tell you
Hold on.
what.
Oh, they said, is it? Oh, is it a turnover?
They
Yeah,
moved the.
yes.
They moved the.
I believe it
chains.
was JJ.
Well,
If that's JJ, that's 3. So back to back turnovers by the Broncos and a touchdown here puts the Hornets in great shape. Here comes Dino. 3 or 4 receivers split to the left. They're going to throw it. They're going to look. They're going to fire it to my man JJ. Can he catch it? Yes, he can.
Good,
And that
great
is a
shot.
beautiful catch by the
Oh.
Deuce. As it got tangled up down there, but what a heck of a catch
Greg,
by JJ Bolt
what
right
a
at the
throw.
8.
What a throw though from Dino Embry too, Greg. Good gracious alive, Miss Agnes. What I mean, that's 2 really good skill football players. I don't care what A it is. I know it's not like 3A
And they'll
Madison,
they'll both be back.
and they're both underclassmen.
Well, and too, Coach, what that does again, JB Pennington, they were able to play over the top. There'll be
Yeah.
a few teams that will be able to go out and double, and that's probably what Holly Pond realized, that we can't, we don't have the manpower in the box to do that.
Dano's going to keep it. He'll barrel close to the end zone, and he'll be brought down about the 2-yard line. I can't really tell. Maybe about the close to the 5.
Get this one in, Greg. You go up 3 scores, and you got the ball starting second half. It'd be really good shape here. If they can kick it in, knock it in.
So 2nd and goal for the Hornets around the 6 or 7-yard line. They'll snap it to Dino. They'll give it to Burgett. He'll barrel close to the end
Close.
zone, and he'll be down about the 2 or 3-yard line.
And I wish we could tell. I wish they'd have it on the scoreboard there. Or is it?
Well, it's about the. We're looking at the spot. He's about the 1. No, they say the 3. The guy says the 3, but I'm looking at where the referee is, and he's around the 1. It looks like. So 3rd down, 3:46 to go in the first half. 20-7, Hornets leading, trying to tack on some more. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off the middle to Burgett. Touchdown, Hornets, and a little howdy doody, tutti fruity to Mr. Burgett. And the senior with back-to-back touchdowns. And the Hornets extend their lead to 26-7, and it'll be 2-point conversion time.
Good push, Greg, by offensive line. Burgett got a lot of speed, good first step. Mighty tough for Holly Pond. Holly Pond is your illusion.
Yes.
Shooting their feet.
Yeah. They've hurt themselves, no doubt about it.
Now
the
they're
best part of
doubling
their
the Deuce.
they're doubling the Deuce.
Deuce
So
ain't
what we're
gonna
going to
get.
call here. They're going to take it. They're going to throw it to the Deuce again, and he will be, has to be a penalty flag.
Well, they
They was grabbing onto him and everything else, but the extra point attempt is no good. And it's 26-7 Hornets. But good grief, you ain't gonna catch it if somebody's grabbing the hold of you like that. Right there, what's going on?
Well, they've had to get out there and double him. That's going to open up some seams for some of these other guys.
Well, I think Dino, if he just run
he
the
can just
ball,
run the
he'd have
ball.
waltzed into the 2-point conversion. But a nice job by the Hornets as they answer again. That is 4 touchdowns in a row after getting down 7-0. 26-7. Hornets starting to roll a little bit.
Greg, Jeffrey had a great point a few minutes ago. The saving tackle by Mitchell, big. I mean, I thought that guy was in the end zone, and he didn't give up on the play, makes the tackle. Then we get the turnover. Big here in Holly Pond, September 2nd.
And I don't see one. I think the difference in this game, to me, and they could run the kickoff back, but Locust Fork's faster. That's the biggest part I see.
Speed.
I do think that Locust Fork's is a faster team, but so far the difference is turnovers.
Well,
Yeah.
that's true.
Greg, and I mean,
They're
just
going to have a hard time stopping Locust Fork offensively. Here comes the kick. A little number. Oh, and he's going to go off of him again, and I think the Hornets got it again, and it's JJ.
they just
JJ
get-
Boatwright has recovered, I think, his 4th turnover
Greg,
again.
let him rest now. No,
He'll have to get killed
I
recovering that
know
one.
it. I just don't want him to get maimed on that. What, again, that's just effort, Greg. That's
Benella,
just,
Benella cannot kick an extra point tonight.
well, he's,
Well, again,
But
hey,
I
he
tell
can
you
kick
what,
the
he don't
knee-high
need to.
He can kick
knuckleball
the,
that takes out the upper line guy.
Yeah,
that
he
is
did.
unbelievable.
He took that guy's knee off with that
He
kickoff.
kicked that ball as hard as a kid can get kicked in the knocking it.
I mean,
Oh, Hornets get it again. 1st and 10, ball at the 49-yard line of the Broncos. They'll take it and they'll hand it to Burgett. He'll run it around the right side, and the senior getting about 5 yards. The Hornets starting to flex their muscles a little bit. 2nd down and 5 with 3:26. If the Hornets could score right here, right before half, and get the ball to start the second half, you got to feel real good.
Holly Pond has really hurt themselves, Greg.
They have.
I mean,
They
good
have had
gracious.
a disaster in the pasture 2 or 3, 4 minutes here. 2nd down for the Hornets. We'll call it 6. Shotgun formation. They'll take it. They'll give it to JJ this time.
Oh.
Around the left side. He'll make a man miss. He'll cut it up in there. They're going to call a hold on somebody. Wasn't much holding. He'd have had his first down, but I don't think he's going to get it.
No, he's
Unless it's a face mask.
don't work with these officials on their hands a little bit. They do.
What did he call?
Holding.
Holding
Yeah,
against the
that's
Hornets.
Holding. Well,
So it'll be 2nd down after the.
had a little trouble.
It may be close to 2nd and 10. Will be 2nd and about 11. So it'll be 2nd and 12 when they put it. So bad penalty for the Hornets. I don't know who they called it on. I was watching both
It
of them,
was-
and I couldn't really see
I
anybody
didn't.
hold it.
I think he just wanted to drop that yellow handkerchief, Greg, on that one.
But here we go. Here's a long snap. They'll look. They'll fire it to J.J. Boatwright. He'll complete it inside the 35. He keeps on barreling inside the 15. Inside the end zone. A 52-yard touchdown pass completion to the Deuce. And the Deuce definitely got loose.
It's wild.
Touchdown Hornets.
Speedboat right on the lake at Gunnersville, just sliding and speeding and flying and just outrunning people. The jet. Good gracious, Greg. That's quite a performance for a half. I think I ought to rest him in the second half. Just take him out and let him drink some Kool-Aid or whatever aid he wants. He may need first aid because he's run like a marathon and a half.
We're going to give him Powerade, send him back out there on
That's right,
the first play of
Powerade.
the second half, Coach.
We're going to try to kick extra point right here.
Oh, goodness. This is adventure, buddy.
We're over today.
Come on, Vanilla. Pull him
Vanilla,
for
you
you.
got to get it in there, big guy.
Come on.
Here's a snap. It's good. The hold is good. And the kick was as ugly as it's been one tonight, but it's right down the middle. Holy hallelujah.
Look at him
Hornets
run off.
get the extra
Happy
point.
for you, Vanilla. Great job, Bigot.
33 to
was-
7.
Ugly as a mud fence right there, but it went through somehow.
Well, I'll tell you right now, buddy, you talking about a ugly extra point that was so beautiful.
Yes, but I tell you what, this from what the 4-minute mark of the first quarter to right now, the Hornets have manned up, Greg. I
A
mean,
33
they
nothing
just run.
run here. 33 unanswered points after trailing 7-0. Looked like the Broncos just going to ram it down the Hornets' throat, and the offensive juggernaut of machine. We do have a great offense that's been very effective. We knew all along that the defensively the Hornets was going to be a little bit thin, and it's going to have to get better as they went along. And they have improved. You know, a big part of defense is getting turnovers, but they ain't had to get
Boy,
no turnovers but one. The other
Right.
one came. Well, they had 2 turnovers, but the defense. Two of them came off the defense.
Yeah,
I mean, off the
yeah.
kicking.
Yeah,
game.
we've kicked off to ourselves after 2 touchdowns.
Well, Vanilla has had the magic,
see,
the
you gotta-
spinning magic. Can he get the spinning magic going?
77, red alert out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not kidding.
And they'll just nub it, and they'll get this one now. And 21 will return it. Damian Raymond
I would.
And the
And-
missile.
and the
Oh,
On the
missile.
play after the
The
whistle.
missile.
Missile is tough.
The missile didn't want the whistle. He wanted a little flexing going on because he got a little cheap shot there. I think
All right, where is
Uh.
is the Deuce out there? I hope they're giving him a break.
he's not in right now.
Good. I don't know if he'd be back.
You got Gerlots in. He hadn't got to play a whole lot.
Number 18
Yeah.
out here is
And here
Co-
comes
corner.
Holly Pond. They're going to throw it. They'll run it right down there, and it's going to be almost intercepted. Man, it
Oh,
looked
that's
like an interception to me.
man, that was a great break on the ball, Greg, by Mitchell. And
Wow.
I thought
Matt Mitchell is fast as lightning.
I thought he had his hands on it, but that's probably a good call.
I'd like to go back and see that again.
Well, we're not going. I don't want to be like some of these guys that help on broadcasts and attack referees.
Well, no, we're not. That was close.
We're gonna save that for when we really need it.
Yeah, we don't need it right now. We just need to hold them here. Don't give them anything.
Here comes. They're going to throw it again. They're going to run trips to the right. They're going to throw it. He's going to throw it right to Landon Keith. He'll make the big guy
This
miss.
may be a-
He's around the right side. He's across the 50, inside the 45, inside the 35. He keeps on running. Keep going,
Gonna
big
score.
boy. He will take it to the house. A 65-yard interception return. And 39 unanswered points by the Hornets. Wow. 5 turnovers in a row.
Well, that play reminded me a little bit of the last play of an Auburn Alabama game
Yeah.
one year when they had the secondary
Yeah,
back competing against all the offensive linemen. It was Landon Keith against 4 offensive linemen. Now the far sideline coach.
It looked just like there wasn't any way they're going to catch it. I thought if he could get that edge or angle, it'd be over, and he did. And that was no contest. Pick 6, just an unbelievable end of the second quarter. Turnovers, just killing the Hornets.
Not killing the Hornets.
Excuse me, the Broncos.
Yeah. Here comes the extra point. They've been funny. This one is, I believe that's good too. Right down
He's
the
on the
middle,
roll.
back
That
to back.
looked good
Jack.
now. Now that one was first class, Greg.
Yeah, that was an absolute beauty there. So 40.
And just what we expected, Greg. 40 in the first half tonight.
After that first drive, I'll be honest with you, I was thinking, oh my Lord, what is going to happen to this team? But I tell you what, we're pretty good, I think, on the back end most of the time.
Yeah.
And when they have to resort to passing, that's not a good thing for them.
Well, that was a great job by Landon Keith. Stepped right in it, got it, and got to the opposite sideline.
And Landon has really been big. Man, he has been a big addition for this
Well-
team. He is a great kid, a great young man, and man, what a game he's having tonight.
Hey,
He hadn't caught many from a receiver standpoint, but he's had a heck of a night.
and Coach, what was their opening drive again? Almost over 7 minutes.
Seven
right?
and a half.
So I would welcome 3 more 7-minute drives for touchdowns for them. I think.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah, that ends the second half when they're close to it.
Yeah. Well, big night for the Hornets as they have just rocked and rolled. It's 40-7 with 1 minute and 52 seconds to go in the half, and a huge crowd on hand to watch it. But I would bet you after this halftime, if things don't change, it may not be a big crowd on this side.
Yeah.
Here comes one of them another nugget.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look at there. We get this
Some
one up.
depth.
And he'll get it to number 8, Goodwin, and he will be brought down by the missile and Dino Embry.
Is Embry out there on
Yeah,
the kickoff?
he's on the kickoff. I wouldn't have him on the kickoff.
Coverage.
Not in the 40-7 game. It's hard to keep him off the field. He
He's
sneaks
so-
out there here.
He's such a good football player. He
Mhm.
loves to play, and a great kid. I loved his interview when he got Player of the Week. I thought he did real
On
nice.
Fox sideline was
Yeah,
fabulous.
with JJ.
Fabulous.
What's his name?
Yeah, J.J. Pruitt.
JJ Pruitt's great. And
Well, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Hornets.
it's the deuce out of there. Yes, got several.
They're going to hand it off. And man, the Hornets, the missile.
Good.
He caught
gracious.
another fumble. Did you see the missile?
The missile was a.
Let me tell you something.
He
Mr.
turned
Coleman Williamson, they have made him mad. I don't know what happened on that kickoff,
kickoff. Yeah.
but he has been ticked.
Yeah, Coach, I don't know if you noticed that Christian Couch introduced himself to Noah Hove. in the secondary.
yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Hey, was it
So
a plan,
I know what the bottom of Noah's cleats look like right now.
Woo,
that
he
was
saw
a-
me said hello,
Plant.
Mr. Hove. Gain of 1. They're going to throw it again. Big 81. Now they're running for their lives, but he escapes.
Who ran
And a
by?
heck of a run by the quarterback, Olinger. But look at over there at old Burgett to bring
Burgett.
him down. Man, he had him for a sack in the backfield, and they just slipped right through there.
Somebody didn't have a head up, or that'd been minus yardage. But
A nice
Timeout by the
pickup and an
Broncos, by the way.
S&S 1st and 10 with 55 seconds to go and a half.
And since-
40-7 Hornets.
I think since the opening drive, the most consecutive plays by the Broncos without a turnover.
yep,
Yep.
you're right.
Well, the Hornets had a sack. And all we had to do was catch him, and all the other guy had to do was get the cleanup. And they didn't keep their head up, as Coach alluded to. And he slithered right on through there for about a 13-yard pickup and a 1st and 10 ball back right at midfield. So 1st and 10 for the Broncos.
Still go back to Mitchell making the saving tackle, Greg. That could have changed the whole complexity. They would have gone up
14-7.
14-7 right there.
Well, they'd have had that. That's right.
And, you know, we were stumbling around a little bit.
And didn't know if we'd stop them.
No,
You know,
that would have, yeah. We really hadn't stopped them. And since then, it's been apple pie to East Lake Bakery, many a turnover. And we've eaten them up.
Well, here we go. 1st down from about the 50. Right at the 50. Is Olinger. I'm impressed with the young
I am too,
Sawyer.
Greg.
Olinger will take it. He's looking. He's got a man running him from behind, and they can't catch him, and he's got some
great
running room, and he
speed.
may go to the house. And
He
if it's
might.
not for Mitchell,
Oh, yeah.
what a run by Olinger.
Olinger.
He made the Hornets look silly.
Oh, man. That was a great run, Greg. Great feet, and just not giving up on it.
Sawyer Olinger takes it to the house with 40.8 seconds to go.
Really beautiful run, Greg. It's
It was
pretty we've seen all year, I think.
40-13.
When you're down 40-7 and you keep
Hornets
battling.
took terrible angles. They had him for another loss, and they just kept juking and jiving. And
We've got some backups out there, haven't we, Greg? I think now.
yeah, they got a few, but most of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
We got one of them out there looks like he's tired.
well, you got 18 who hadn't played much. That's Gerlot.
Not
He
him.
missed him, and then you got 14 who was Landon Keith who missed him,
still
and then
tired.
you had the missile who missed him, and then you had one who got juked out of his britches, and Matt Mitchell who missed him. Now it's 2-point conversion time. They should
Well,
just
I'd
kick
find
their extra
81.
point. Yeah, I think I'd
You got
learn.
Matt. Matt's
Look at this now. Watch it take slant away with 14.
I got the number 15 going to try to run it. He will. Right on in the end zone. 2-point
That
conversion
is
is good.
That is a mighty good little fiery competitive quarterback, Olinger.
40-15.
And Greg, you think about this game now, you're 25 points ahead, but those guys have hurt themselves. They've
They
killed
have.
themselves with turnovers on kickoff.
13-0. Hayden at the half. It's like the Wildcats.
Good for the Wildcats.
I thought they had a chance tonight. 42-0. I would have never thought that.
Who?
Madison Academy. 28-0.
Greg,
Cleveland at halftime.
Pinch's good though. That's the thing. They're a pretty dang good football team. They just playing, as Jeffrey has said, those guys play at another level.
Robbie McAlpine said, tell everybody thanks for listening. The man that owns the radio station. He needs to give me the score of the Oneonta game. Hadn't got a score on it. I'd love to see a score on the West End game. Let me check out some stuff here. Danville leading Susanmore 14-7. So that's going to be a good game. Here comes a kickoff for 40.8 seconds, and the missile's going to have a chance to get on it, and he does.
Smart play
As
by the
Coleman Williamson
senior
get
Coleman
it
Williamson.
at the 36-yard line. Be interesting to see what the Hornets do here.
Shoot, Greg, I might try to score.
I would too.
I'd get as many as you can.
Just
early.
don't want to throw an interception.
You can play your backup guys in the second half. But I tell you, as they move the ball, they can put some points on the board.
Aniana. Say Aniana's game's tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I don't know if
Tomorrow?
I don't know what that's have to do with. Here's a snap. We're gonna give it to Burgett. He's got a lot of running room around the right side, inside the 35. He'll be
Great
picked up
run.
right there with 30 seconds to go. Now the Hornets might try to score here. You can't be too sure in a game like this. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, Locust Fork, I think 2 timeouts still.
I would.
30 seconds, and again, weapons all over the field, Coach. I'm with you.
They're going to call timeout now and try to get another one. Because they know Holly Ponds helped Locust Fork a lot in this game. And you know what? Sometimes when you get up 40-7, you kind of go to sleep a little bit defensively, but you can't go to sleep against this bunch. I'm telling you,
they can score.
Olinger has got some speed. He's the first one I've seen with a lot of speed, and he's a pretty tough cat, if you ask me.
Chris Moss, the coach, ain't going to quit, and his players ain't going to quit. So I think we need to get one, and then get one to start the second half. Then you can start playing folks in.
Well, you're deep enough now that you
See, and I'd rest these guys that have run up and down the field too, because you got, who is it, Cleveland? Is Cleveland next?
Yep.
I mean, you want to be full speed ahead and healthy.
Cleveland's up 34-0. I think they have figured it out. Appalachian's been able to move the ball, but they've turned it over inside the 10. First and 10 for the Hornets. 28 seconds to go in the half. 40-15 your score. Here's a snap. They'll take it. They'll throw it to JJ, and he will be brought down inbounds, which is not smart by JJ.
Yeah, should have gotten out of bounds there.
Yeah, you got to get out of bounds.
Timeout.
No, they're not going to call timeout. They're going to get a playoff. They're going to barely get it off. 10 seconds. They may not have but no more timeout. Here's a snap. They're going to look. They got pressure. He's going to dodge the pressure, and he ain't going to make anything unless he pulls a miracle, and he will be brought down after a gain of 4 or 5 yards, and that'll get us to halftime. 40-15. Hornets leading at the half. And you got to say a good half when you're up 40-15 for the Hornets.
I think we would have taken 40-15 at halftime after they kicked their extra point on that opening drive.
After 7.5 minutes, we don't see the ball.
I didn't think we'd get 5 possessions.
I didn't either. I thought and again, that saving tackle turned the game around, my opinion. Of course, the turnovers that followed, but that would have the game would have had a whole new complexion if they had scored there. They may have been a little bit more alert when they're receiving the kickoff. You got to have those hands up there and checking for an onside. Those little things like that. Communicating with those up front people. Catch the ball. Fall on it if you have to.
Dodge it.
Or get out of the way. Yeah. I mean, that one could have. I mean, seriously, that guy's probably got a bruise on that one that JJ recovered.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him on my dodgeball team.
No. JJ, I would. Well, we're at halftime.
Yeah,
I'll get you some halftime stats in just a second. 40-15. There's halftime. Locust Fork band never will be coming on just a second. We're going to take a long extended break, take care of the restroom, take care of some commercials, and we'll be back. You're listening to WCRL. We're at the half, 40-15 Hornets.
Team Nancy and Shannon are 2 full-time realtors whose job it is to ensure that your home sells for the most money in the shortest amount of time. They'll work tirelessly for their buyers to make sure they find a perfect home for the best price. It's 30 years of combined experience that sets them apart. They have a solution for any issue that may pop up. So let Nancy and Shannon work full-time for you. This is their career and their passion. 205-353-8054 or 205-790-0024 are the numbers to call. Or you can find them on Facebook at Team Nancy and Shannon. Nancy and Shannon, Sweet Home Life Realty.
Hello, my name is Randy Cater, and I'm the pastor of Locust Fork Baptist Church. I would love to invite you to worship with us. We have small group Bible study for all ages at 9 a.m. on Sundays, followed with worship at 10. On Wednesday nights, we have supper before service and adult Bible study at 6:30. If there's one thing I'm proud of, it is the love our church has for children and students. Over the past 15 years, I have watched our church invest so much into the lives of young people. I am also a product of that investment. In a world struggling for truth, it is vital we put ourselves in the best position to hear real truth. I want to encourage you and challenge you to walk with the Lord, but don't walk alone. Walk with us. Locust Fork Baptist Church.
Did you know that Terry's Sly Chevrolet in Aniana is your Big Tex trailer headquarters? We have a huge inventory and they're all priced to move. Right now, own a new Big Tex 14 TL 20-foot trailer for only $89.95. A Big Tex 70 PI 16-foot trailer for only $39.95. Or a 70 CH 18-foot for only $42.50. We are your Big Tex headquarters. Shop and save today. Visit us on Highway 75 in Aniana and online at terryslychevy.com, where we always say, let's cut a deal.
S&S Foods is your locally owned grocery store with 3 locations. We offer a wide variety of groceries, a full-service meat department, produce, dairy, frozen, and deli departments. Plus, Western Union money transfers and money orders are also available. Wednesdays, check out our weekly ad on Facebook. S&S Foods, locally owned and operated with 3 locations to serve you better. Holly Pond, Dodge City, and Cleveland. S&S Foods.
Tennessee Valley Metals is one of the leading manufacturers of aluminum extruded and roll form canopy systems in the Southeast. They assist in all elements related to design and engineering of a canopy system that'll fit most needs and budgets. Their canopy systems are fabricated using the highest quality components to ensure long life and durability. With over 40 years of experience, they are the #1 choice when it comes to canopy systems. Give them a call today at 205-274-9500. Tennessee Valley Metals is the proud supplier to all the Blount County schools for their canopy and walkway cover needs. Tennessee Valley Metals would also like to wish all the Blount County teams good luck this season.
The city of Aniana and Blount County are so incredibly fortunate to have 2 groups prioritizing local education, and we want to invite you to help. Every single child in this county is supported by Offer and BCEF. Through a focus on technology and promotion of academic excellence, these organizations have put millions back into our local education. If you would like to learn more on how you can be a part of these organizations, please visit them on Facebook, the Blount County Education Foundation, and the Aniana Foundation for Educational Resources.
Experience the joy of full vehicle customization at Team One Toyota. With our brand new ordering system, you'll have the power right at your fingertips to create the exact vehicle you've been searching for. Your build can be an incredibly scarce one, or it can be extremely common. It doesn't really matter. The important thing is that it's yours and it's unique. And with only a $100 deposit, you can lock that order in and be prioritized to the top of our delivery list. We've made car buying easy, and we've created a better way of doing business. Order your new vehicle today at teamonetoyota.com, where we're driven by great people and great prices.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Stock up and save big on everyday essentials on sale now at Weathers Ace. Miss Myers Clean Day dish soap, hand soap, or multi-purpose cleaner on sale today. 3 for $10.98 or $3.66 each. Buy 2 Ace basic pleated air filters, get a 3rd one free. Ace insect killers are on sale at 2 for $5 or $2.50 each. Pennzoil motor oil is on sale for just $4.99 a quart. Weathers Ace is the place where you'll find savings on every aisle.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Weathers Ace is the place for instant savings on all your favorite brands. Ace trash bags in assorted sizes and styles are $6.99 each after $2 instant savings. Save $3 instantly on Lysol disinfecting wipes. Save $2 instantly on gallons of Kilt's all-purpose primer. Instant savings are available exclusively for Ace Rewards members. Sign up and start saving today at Weathers Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Now is the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance-matched attachments. Right now, put 0 down and get 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus save up to $1,100. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Blount County Tractor, your local Kubota dealer, located just north of Walmart on Highway 75 North.
When there's work to do, ground to break, earth to move, and a reputation to uphold, you need the durable Kubota RTVX. Built with half-ton capabilities, industry-exclusive heavy-duty features, and a cargo bed that easily transitions into a second row of seating. The RTVX is North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Visit your local Kubota dealer and test drive one today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for a full disclaimer.
Blount County Tractor, your local Kubota dealer, located just north of Walmart on Highway 75 North.
In sports, every point counts. And at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today. In Sneed, call Alpha agent Renee Hamby at 205-466-3195 or stop by our office at 87549 US Highway 278.
Uh-oh, it's like the quarterback going down. They run out of the shoe that time. And look at who it was. The Bullet.
The Bullet. The Bullet is back.
Coleman Williams coming through there. Well, old Coleman's had another good game. He has had a bunch of good tackles tonight. Is Coleman Williamson, the Missile, the Bullet, whatever you want to call him. The Missile has been good tonight, no doubt about it. I'm going to give you the stats. As the Hornets got down early, 7-0, as quarterback Sawyer Olinger ran a 3-yard touchdown, and it gave the Holly Pond Broncos a 6-0 lead. Next point was good by Christian Couch. Hornets wasted little time, and a minute and 57 seconds later, Dylan Embry ran for 32 yards and another missed extra point. For the Hornets, it was 7-6. And quarter number 2 with 10:22 to go in the second quarter, Jonathan Burgett ran for 1 yard. 2-point conversion pass by Dylan Embry to J.J. Boatwright was good, and Hornets led it 14-7. On the ensuing kickoff, they kicked a little nubber, and it kind of spun and twisted and got every which way in the world, and the Hornets got on it. And then 2 plays later, Dylan Embry runs a 21-yard touchdown. The point after kick by Bonella was no good. The Hornets led it 20-7. The Hornets got another fumble. J.J. Boatwright, now, I think the Hornets had 5, and J.J. Boatwright had 4 recoveries. Jonathan Burgett ran a 2-yard run. The 2-point conversion pass to Dylan Embry to J.J. Boatwright was no good. It was 26-7 with 3:41 to go in the first half. But on the ensuing play on the kickoff, they bobbled it, and the Hornets got on it again. And Embry passed it to J.J. Boatwright for 53 yards on one play. The point after kick by Bonella was good, and the Hornets led it 33-7. Sawyer Olinger pass was intended to be to his own team, but he threw it right to number 14, Landon Keith, and he took it to the house, a 64-yard return, and it was 40-7 with a minute and 52 seconds to go in the half. And then with 40 seconds to go in the half, Sawyer Olinger ran for 50 yards after being missed by half of the Hornet football team. And it 2-point conversion was good as Olinger got the 3-yard gain. And it was 40-15 at the half. Total offense. Locust Fork ran the ball or had the ball 25 plays for an average of 11.3 yards. Passing, they were 8 of 9 for 155 yards. Holly Pond was 1 of 4 for 4 yards passing. So 155 yards to 4, that's the biggest discrepancy in the stats. Rushing yardage, Locust Fork rushed 16 times for 7.9 yards a carry, and they ended up with 127 yards rushing at the half. Holly Pond rushed it 24 times for an average of 5.4 yards, and they got 129 yards rushing at the half. Total yardage 282 to 133, so the Hornets on pace to get close to 600 yards. Individuals are first down 14 for the Hornets, 6 for Holly Pond, and most of those came on their first possession. I did say Dino Lee, but I did correct myself and say Dino Embry. My man Michael Mullins, or I don't think it's Michael Mullins, but Michael Mullins' daddy. He's calling me out on my Mr. Lee impersonation. He came from the grave and had a fumble recovery. But anyway, Looking at individual stats, Dino was 8 of 9 for 155 yards and a touchdown. Sawyer Olinger was 1 of 4 for 4 yards and an interception. Rushing yardage, Dylan Emery had 7 rushes for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Burgett had 8 carries for 50 yards. J.J. Boatright had 1 carry, 5 yards. For Holly Pond, Olinger 11 attempts for 80 yards. Zane Faulkner 10 carries for 48 yards. J.J. Boatright had 4 receptions for 106 yards and 1 touchdown. Charlie Armstrong had 2 receptions for 18 yards. And Miles Watts had 1 for 16 and Jonathan Burgett 1 for 15. Christian Couch, the only one with a reception. As Keith Mullen says, you know I love you. And I know he does. I tell you right now, I don't know why in the world that sometimes people come to your mind that used to play for Locust Fork or was around Locust Fork. But old Dino Lee,
he probably had a big play in the 1982 game.
no, he'd been before that. Oh, man. Aniana leads 21-0 at the half. That's a little closer than I thought it'd be, to be honest with you. So 21-point lead. And the Panthers, they lead it 34-8 over the Eagles at the half. And then when I look at the other scores, 13-0 Hayden. I'm impressed that Hayden, after getting beat, comes back. Carver got lots of speed. They lead 13-0. They got to finish the deal at halftime.
Yeah.
But that's a great start, nonetheless, for the Wildcats. Looking at other scores, if I can get them to come up here, as we've got several scores from around the state. I want to say this too. I thought the marching band from Emerald Knight, they're getting better and better.
They sure are, Greg. They had a really good sound tonight. Just a really good performance. Terrific job.
21-0 Oneonta over Hansville at halftime. Oakman leads Midfield 14-0 at half. Cordova leads Haleyville 14-10. Danville leads Susamore 14-7. Madison Academy 42-0 over Pennington. I'm glad that Madison Academy is not on the schedule. Locust Fork has never lost to Madison Academy.
They're undefeated.
I think they're 8-0 or 6-0 or something like that. Clay Chalkville, they are a juggernaut. I had a man tell me they might be the best team that he's ever watched play. That's how good they say Clay Chalkville is. 48-0 at the half over Bell City. Hoover leads Spain Park 17-10. Hayden, like we said, 13-0. Hewitt Trussville 41-7 over Oak Mountain. Scottsboro leads Boaz 21-12, and still no score in the West End game so far that I hadn't been. Oh, yes, there is. West End leads Pleasant Valley 18-13. So West End trying to go 3-0. That's 2 games that Locust Fork's going to have to play down the road, and I think those will be games that Locust Fork have a chance in. So if Locust Fork can hang on to this one, it's 33-0 Southeastern leading Gaston. So Blount County has not been good to Gaston, to say the least. So you need any more scores, boys? I think we've got
Yankees
everybody.
score.
Who?
Yankees.
New York Yankees need to get to winning. They have been a little bit kind of goofy.
How many home
And they're
runs?
down 1-0.
How many home runs is Judge is? He got 50.
Judge has got over 50.
Okay.
He had at least 51 or 2, I think. And they're down 1-0 in the top of the 7th are the Yankees. And Aaron Judge is at the plate right now with 1 strike and 1 ball. Yankees have made a couple of errors in this game, which really hurt them. And I think that was the way that they might have got their run, if I'm not mistaken. So there you go. We do have, don't we have a football game tonight? I think we got a football game. I'm talking about a college football game going on tonight. And Michigan State's leading Western Michigan 21-10 in the 3rd quarter. Eastern Michigan's beating Eastern Kentucky 28-10. Old Dominion and Virginia Tech tied at 10 apiece. Duke leads Temple 24-0. Indiana leading Illinois 10-7, but it's 3rd and 2 at the Indiana 11. Kansas leads Tennessee Tech 35-3. So you're up to date, buddy, on everything that you'd want with the Braves game. And the Braves, Atlanta Braves, are winning 6-1 over the Marlins, and the Mets are winning 4-3. Well, there you go. And the standings, a lot of you want to know the standings in Major League Baseball. You get everything on this show. The standings in Major League Baseball are like this. The Yankees got a 6-game lead over Tampa Bay. That's in trouble to be 5 if they don't come back and win the game. So the Yankees lead their division. The Braves are 3 behind the Mets, but they look good in the wild card because if you look at the wild card, Atlanta has an 8-game lead on the Phillies. So it's safe to say the Braves, who won the World Championship, are right on their way back to the playoffs. The Yankees got a good shot at the playoffs. And
two teams trending in the opposite direction, though.
Oh, that's right. But the only thing that matters, you can trend any way you want to, but when you get in those playoffs, the main thing is that you trend the victory. So it's 40-15 here as we did not go over the SEC, and we got time to do that. I've got every commercial. I played every commercial 3 times. So I've got every commercial played tonight. I've done my duty. I'm going to play them some more, though, as we go along. But we are at the Toyota One broadcast booth. We did have the ham cabinet. This is the ham cabinet game. We did have the Locust Fork Baptist Church pregame show. So we got everybody covered on all those things. We have the S&S first and 10. We're going to have the WCRL Hornet Network player of the game right now. Give it to J.J. Boatwright. He's got four fumble recoveries. He's got a touchdown. And he looked like if you wanted somebody just to wrestle, he'll have the key. I got my man right here. Let Ron put that headset on right quick. All right. Tell everybody who you are.
I am Ron Stone.
The main man.
Right.
From Holly Pond, Alabama.
That's it. I graduated here in 1965, 57 years ago.
And he loves the Broncos like I love the Hornets.
That's right, buddy.
And he's dedicated. Let me tell you something. This man here is one of my favorite people. I will tell you this. I just want you to know that the Locust Fork Hornets are very thankful that you guys thought it was Christmas tonight because you have gifted the Hornets
you sure have
5 turnovers.
Yeah.
You got
5.
2.
Yeah.
There's 5 turnovers. You got an interception, 2 kickoff blunders, and then 2 fumbles. But I'm telling you right now, I see a lot of future. These 2 teams are really young.
Yeah.
Everybody out there is going to be back for Locust Fork. Everybody's going to be back for you. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of upside down the road.
Well, I noticed y'all had 4 seniors.
Yeah.
But
one of them's a kicker.
11th graders going yet.
Yeah.
And Greg, you was talking about this is my 39th year of broadcasting Broncos. And I've done a few games with you in the past here. In
That's right. We've done some softball, done some other things. I'm telling you, this man here is worth everything they pay him to do up there. They don't pay him to do nothing. The man does it because he loves the place. He's a great ambassador for the Holly Pond Broncos. And I'm going to tell you something. Your place up here looks better than it's ever looked. They paid back here. They got this track down. It really looks nice. It's come a long way since the 80s.
We have. And
ours has too.
Yeah, well, Randall Shedd and Garland Gludger, our representative and our senator, has done well. I think we need to get Clay Schofield over here in this section and see if we can get a little more money. Every time I go to Blount County, he's getting money.
Well, he does a great job, and so does Shay Shelnut. So we're fortunate on our end to have some good representation as well. And I tell you right now, there's a lot of good things happening all over the state of Alabama. But Coleman County, to me, is on the up and up. I hear y'all going to be getting some more facilities. Is that not right?
We are. We're trying to get a sports complex set up here. If we get these 2 acres joining us here, we should be able to.
Don't have an indoor facility?
I think they want, yes, I want an indoor facility, but say our cheerleaders are using upstairs here. And
so they can have a little bit of everybody.
Yeah.
And Locust Fork, they're tearing down, and there should be starting in the next month or 2 a new gym for Locust Fork.
Yeah.
So everything's going good.
Y'all got that 1 cent sales
and it made
tax
a
that
difference.
really made a difference.
It did.
We got 0.5%, and it made a difference in some of the things we done. And then we went back for another half, and of course they put a sin on there, and it got voted down.
Yeah.
But I believe we could have lived with a 0.5% and got it. But now my son, he coached softball here for about 6 years. And then last year he had a baby and he got a bus driving job. He's got chicken houses. So he got a bus driving job at Good Hope. So he couldn't coach. But this year, he's got a stepson that's 14. He's going to be on the middle school baseball team.
Well, good.
And Miss Turner called him the other day and said, "Hey, can you coach us?" And he said, "Yes." So he drives a bus now at Parkside. He'll get here in time and I hope he has as good a success with the baseball as he does. I think he will.
Well, he will. I appreciate you, buddy.
Sure.
Thank the world of you.
Thank you, Greg.
That's a legend up here in Holly Pond.
Thank you.
My main man, Mr. Ron, doing a good job. We're at halftime. It's 40-15. The Hornets in the lead. They trailed 7-0, but it didn't take long for the Hornets to explode with just a ton of points. A little bit of help here and there, but they earned. Once you get that help, you got to do something with it. And Locust Fork was spot on. That only time that Hornets didn't score in the first half was when the clock ran out.
So, Greg, you mentioned that even when you look at the stats, there were 5 turnovers again back-to-back on kickoffs. I mean, Coach, we had 155 yards passing, 127 yards rushing, 282 yards of offense. It's not like they turned the ball over inside the 10 5 times. I mean, we still had to take the ball and drive it. And so, when you look at a first half, we're on schedule to have over 300 yards passing, 250 yards rushing, and over 500 yards for the game. I mean, again, the offense has obviously been very successful. And again, the ability to spread it around. I think that we had catches. Charlie had a catch. JJ had a couple of catches. The little freshman had a catch. Not sure if Matt Mitchell's had a catch yet.
He hadn't been on offense.
I mean, Landon Keith. I'm not sure if Landon Keith's had a reception.
He had an interception return.
Yeah, he did have the pick 6 defensively, but I think it speaks to the ability for Locust Fork to spread it around. You've got to again defend the field both vertically and horizontally against our offense.
Well, about ready to start the second half. We didn't get into the SEC. You think Auburn will win?
Auburn will win tomorrow.
Alabama should win tomorrow.
Maybe in overtime, but we're going to win.
I don't think it's going to be overtime. I think Auburn's going to be a lot better than people are thinking. I'm going to be honest with you. I've listened to a lot of people talk about that. Some people either think they're going to be terrible. I think they're going to surprise people. I think they're going to shock some folks. Well, here we go. The biggest guy on the field for the Holly Pond Broncos is getting ready to kick it off as he will kick it over to the man, number 5 for the Hornets, Noah Hove, and he'll return it up to about the 49-yard line, I believe, of the – where are they going to mark him at? I think it's going to be about the 45-yard line. Maybe I had him a little too much. They are slow about spotting that ball. So 45-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Hornets. The best part of that was catching the ball, to be honest with you.
Smart play, Greg.
Yep.
Get as much as you can.
And he's a good athlete.
Maintain possession.
So here we go. I think if the Hornets can score here, that'd be lights out. Maybe lights out already, but I've seen stranger things happen. Here comes the Hornets. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers split to the left. They're going to throw it. They're going to throw it to Landon Keith. He didn't have a reception in the first half. He's got one here, and he just keeps running. Inside the 40, inside the 38, and finally they never bring him down, but they knock him out of bounds, and a nice pickup for the Hornets. He's knocked out of bounds by Goodwin, but a big pickup on 1st down.
Yeah, just kind of the outside bubble coach, and again, the little freshman outside blocking, really working hard. Not sure he may have gotten away with a little push in the back, but great job running after the catch, Landon Keith. And again, the small thing goes unnoticed, Coach. A lot of times, especially in the bubble, was a well-executed throw and able to hit Landon kind of in stride to get upfield.
Sure was.
They'll hand it to the senior around the right side, and man, there's all kind of running room. He'll get 10, 15, almost 20 yards before he's knocked out of bounds. Let's say he didn't get knocked out of bounds, although he's up against the fence over there. But a big pickup and nice running yards, and the big senior having a good running night tonight.
I tell you, Greg, he got to the edge with terrific speed, had the angle, and just turned it up. Burgett's got really good speed, Greg, and that's something on offense. They're really blessed, the Hornets are, with some really fast guys, some athletic guys. The guys can catch the ball, They're just doing a super job. And they've got a really nice young quarterback in Embry.
Here comes the quarterback keeper, and he'll have his head almost pulled off, and he'll get maybe to the line of scrimmage. They really keyed on Dino that time, and almost got a face mask. He might have lost a yard.
Yes.
Good defense by the pond that time.
Second, what, 9?
Second and 11.
11.
They're going to back him up a yard, I believe. 49-0 as they start the fourth quarter in Pennington. That's amazing to me. I am just thankful we don't play.
Yeah,
Madison
I wouldn't be getting them on the non-region schedule.
Now, a lot of people thought they should have stayed 4A, to be honest with you. Here's a snap. They'll hand it this time to the running back, and he gets a big hole up the middle, and he'll barrel him, run over a guy, and get all the way down to about the 2 or 3 yard line. And, man, he was a bruiser that time as Jonathan Burgett just hammered it right on inside the 5 down to about the 2 or 3 yard line.
Really nice hard run. He turned it upfield, Greg, protected the football, valued the ball, and he's tough too. He's got terrific speed, but he can run after contact. Really nice run down to, 3 yard line?
I can't tell. It's either 2 or 3 yard line, I believe, where they got it marked. So first and goal for the Hornets, 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. They're going to take it and hand it right up the gut to the deuce, and he got loose. Touchdown, J.J., my man. Boatwright, and the Hornets take it right down the field. They go 55 yards, and they just done most of it on the ground. One pass play. They just can't stop us.
That's wasn't much resistance there, Greg. Just great execution with athletes that have some skills, speed, and strength. And a nice job of the offensive line. And we got the guy waving his hands.
Bonella trying to get it in there. The big Christian Couch trying to distract him. But look at Bonella. Right down Main Street. The extra point attempt good. It's 46-15 with 9:50 to go. Back to back to back.
It's 3 in a row for the man. Bonella, great job.
Yeah, we can tell our friend in North Carolina don't pack the bags yet. We're getting better at kicker.
That's right.
One thing how did we get a quarter behind?
I don't know.
And they
may be running hot
at
clock.
second quarter.
He might, when it's down 42-0.5, he might say, Coach, we're going hot clock.
They may have started the second half clock about halfway through the second band.
What is the hot clock? 30?
They just let it run. I don't know. I don't think there is such thing unless both people agree on it. It's 47-15. The Hornets take it right down just right down the teeth of that Holly Pond defense. And that was probably, to me, guys, I don't know about y'all, but to me, that was the most impressive.
Well, outside of the play, where they were able to tackle Dino in the backfield, the opening play, Burgett able to get 15 yards downfield before even contact. Well, the second play, same thing kind of with Landon Keith.
Well, I'm going to have some help because we got to have this right here. I don't know how that got took out. As they'll kick it off with the Hornets, a little nubber, as they do, and it'll be recovered. Down at about the 30 plus. I think we're good now.
Okay.
Let's see here. Yep.
If you need coaching myself, figure out how to get this thing hooked up.
Yeah,
we can take.
Well, how many? I need to know how many.
You got more things plugged in there.
I mean, how many's plugged into it? That's what I need. No,
3.
I'll be enough. All right. Well, here we go. 1st and 10 as they start pretty deep in their own territory. I'm going to be interested to see if some halftime adjustments are made by the Hornets on that veer option. As here comes the Broncos. They'll go under center as they normally do. They'll take it and they'll roll to the right. They're going to throw it, and they're going to throw it. Nobody's home. They wanted like a give and go, and it was intended for number 14, Boston Gibbs, but it was way, way behind him.
The quarterback threw a little 10-yard sit down. The receiver ran a sit and go.
Yeah. Receiver and the quarterback not on the same page. That cliche.
I just don't think passing is their strength. They're not able to throw the ball, and that's probably the strength of the Hornets is their pass defense. 47-15, 9:40 to go in the third. Hornets dominating this game. We're going to get a timeout. They're going to reset
the clock.
We must have the same
play clock. Yeah.
Play clock operator we had last week.
Penny.
Yeah, they did all that.
They'll take it. They're going to run it this time, and boy, the Hornets really stay home nicely that time.
It wasn't.
I'm going to tell you, the missiles right up in there amongst it, buddy.
See
Mr. Coleman Williams.
See, JJ was in.
JJ is in the game.
JJ has played a bunch of snaps.
Looks like for the most part we've got started defense out there with Charlie's now playing this corner.
Yep. And he did not play defense the first half. Third down and long. Can they be a punt? They're going to let her fly, and it will not be complete. They're going to call a pass. No, they're, oh my God.
No. Oh, no. Are you kidding me? You can't be serious.
I cannot believe that. They call it pass interference. Like, I think it'd have to be on Charlie, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's on 3.
I know I'm his daddy, and I always get hard on him, but I just don't think that was pass
Well, I'm
interference.
not sure who hit who, and they were both 4 yards out of bounds when they made contact one another going after the ball.
I mean, that wasn't even close.
The biggest thing that disappoints me is it stops the clock.
Yeah.
I'm against anything that
And
stops
see,
the
you
clock.
had
at
them
this
held.
point.
That is 6 times, really 7 times that Locust Fort just does stupid stuff. Of course, I didn't think that was a penalty.
Yeah, that's probably
As a guy wanted to throw a flag,
Yeah.
hadn't done anything all night, and he wants to get involved.
Well, it's right in front of their bench, but still, I think that,
You don't call that.
You look at
They're going to throw it again. Got a man wide open. He really wasn't that open, but he was a foot and a half taller than everybody out there. I'm not sure what Charlie was doing. Charlie was trying to impersonate Superman, looked like right there.
Well, I don't think we accounted for the tight end on that, Greg.
Well, we had 3 people around him. He's
Well,
just 6
yeah,
foot taller than
yeah.
everybody out there.
He'd have made significant yardage, Joe. He was open. And they
It's
ran
2nd and 10 now.
ran that little fake or dive and then released the tight end.
I love the offense they run. It is very effective. If your quarterback can throw it and run it, it's really effective. And if you got a pretty good tailback, because you don't have to have a lot of blocking, because you're reading a lot. They're gonna finally bring. Oh, he fumbled the ball again, and the Hornets gonna jump on it. Olinger was thrown down, and the ball come out, and it will be a turnover. Did JJ get it? I believe it was old Missile.
Was it
not? Was it not number 10?
It may have been. I thought it may have been. Do we have a 20? Yeah, we got a 20. That's a little.
It could have been. It could have, but I don't think 20 was in. Miles wasn't in. So here we go. Hornets going to give their
down with a cramp. It looks like. Not sure anybody
Landon
from
Key
Locust Fork knows, but Charlie and Matt Mitchell.
Yeah, I think we got a cramp's all we got. Because he wasn't even in the play.
Yeah,
Defense, you could, other than the pass interference, they didn't budge. I thought the defense made some pretty good, nice adjustments halftime. He's just got a cramp. And ain't nothing hurts worse than a cramp.
Yeah, it looks like we do have the Missile in on offense now, the freshman at running back. I would be surprised if we just don't have a steady dose of running the clock at this point.
I wish they'd give it to old Coleman. He used to be a running back in Pee Wee football. I'm going to tell you something. He was the man, too. I wouldn't watch him play in about 2nd, 3rd grade. He run all over everybody. He was pretty fast as a little guy. Tell you what.
Where's the
He may
deuce?
be little, but he's way outside. He probably won't do much. But I'm telling you, you cannot gauge the heart of number 10. He is a fantastic young man.
I wish we'd get Deuce over there with Coach Adams.
Yeah.
He basically is.
He almost is. He is almost
He's
out
in
of bounds.
Coach Adams' shadow right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see. This would be a good night to get your 2nd string quarterback in there.
What are we doing here?
I don't know. I think they got some issues with the injury. I don't know what they're calling.
We have to use a timeout there. Or
No, they
I
hadn't.
wouldn't think
He's just
so.
talking to the official.
Whitecaps down with the. Not sure.
The Whitecaps with Coach Adams in.
No, is that not it? Maybe
that's him over there, isn't it? Talking to Coach
Okay.
Adams.
I thought the conference was down here, Coach.
Maybe they're having a bunch of.
I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm looking across over. Is there a flag over there? It's kind of confusing. I don't know what they're. It's 47-15. There's 8:40 to go in the third quarter. We need to play ball.
I was going to say, I
Madison
don't know.
Academy's going to be home before we get to.
Madison Academy will
Grab
be.
an extra
They're
holiday.
going to be back at the Holly Pond Cafe, and we won't get nothing tonight.
Nope. Well, here we got.
Well, what are we doing?
See,
I don't understand. I don't. Did they? They moved the chains. Why are they saying it's second down? That's what I'm worried.
is that what it is? That down?
Well,
No.
there's no way it's second down. We hadn't ran a play since
No,
the fumble.
we haven't run the play. Are they going to give the ball back to them?
They say it wasn't a fumble to have instant replay, and they overturned it.
I don't know what we're doing. They are saying
looks like we're going back to give them another. How they're going to respot and read?
Yeah.
I mean,
So it should be third down though.
what would have changed it?
Yeah, Charlie
probably did something wrong again.
Yeah, Greg Charlie's asking the same question there. That
It can't be second and 10.
They're moving the ball back up. What?
What in the world?
I think I went to sleep or something, and I missed something there, Greg. I don't have a clue what.
It's almost as if the play before didn't happen.
Now they're on offense. Yep.
I don't
Well, the
understand.
thing is, though, too, he was sacked at worst 20 yards behind the play.
Why didn't the play? They have an inadvertent whistle. That's all I can think about, maybe. Which
they're saying it's second and 10.
Why do you keep pushing the clock thing?
Well, the white hat motion the ball was low force ball. I don't understand what happened here. But anyway, second and 10. Olanger going to give it a reverse. They're going to fumble it this time. I think.
Well, that's going to be third and 10.
No. Who got the ball? That's what I
Lowe's
want to
Fork
say.
did.
It's number 5, I believe.
No, I think it was third.
Okay, it was Angel Lopez. So they run the inside reverse, and I think it's like karma.
Well,
To be honest
we
with you.
better not get anybody with a cramp or they'll give the ball back to them.
And they got a cramp.
That's amazing.
They got a cramp.
I don't know if it's a cramp or.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what happened. Locust Fork recovered the fumble. They said it was Locust Fork's ball. Everybody come off the field. Defense came on. Offense came on. Landon Keefe got a cramp, and all of a sudden they said, no, it's second down and 10.
Well,
and
both
even if it
teams
had
stayed down there the whole time, he had the cramp.
Yeah. And now they run one play and a fumble, and that's about 7.
We've had 8 seconds in the last 36 minutes of real time.
Yeah, it may be 11 o'clock before we get them. Well, I'm going to tell you something. You got to give these Holly Pond people credit. They hanging in here.
Yeah.
It's 47-15, and they are hanging in here. The Hornet fans are kind of starting to head to the exit.
I think this is maybe some more than a cramp in it.
I don't know.
A lot of time with it.
Well, boys, we got time to run down the entire nationwide college football. Here's a big game, a couple of big games tomorrow. I'll be interested to see how the Notre Dame and Ohio State game comes out. I'll be interested in seeing how the Florida and Utah game comes out. LSU, Florida State's a pretty big game. Who else is playing? It's a big game.
But I'm interested to see the Oregon Georgia game. Which,
that's a
I
good
think that
Bo?
Georgia's got a really good team. I don't see how they can be as good as they were last year defensively. And Oregon's still, they're still Oregon with some great players. You've got Georgia's defensive coordinators now. Their coach. So if anybody knows what's going on at Georgia, the Oregon head coach does. They got the former Auburn quarterback Bo Nix, will try out under center.
This is more than a cramp.
Yeah, that's that good running back.
That's one of them. That's Diego, I believe, not 4. That's 5, isn't it?
And that's the last thing you want to see for either
yeah.
team in a game like this, 47-15.
Well, looking at the scoreboard from around the state, Susan Moore and Danville tied up. Cleveland up 44-8, so they're going to walk us through there. Pennington got on the board, boys. It's 49-7. Good for the Tigers. Here comes the Hornets. And who's at quarterback? We still got the 10th grader. I don't think I'd let him run much. They'll get it to the 9th grade running back, and he'll barrel inside the 40 down to about the 45 or 44-yard line. Pick up a 5 yards. So it's good to see the 9th grade running back getting some reps here.
It's not bad, Greg.
No.
Good little first step, quickness, and runs hard.
Tough as a pine knot. I don't think the receivers are going to get much action here at the end of the game.
I would let.
I'd love to see 10 run it somehow. Here's a snap. I hand it again. Nope, we're going to keep it. And here comes Dino around the right side, inside the 10, inside the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets.
Now,
you got to get him out now.
They no substitute for speed, Greg.
No, and he is a
blur.
burner.
A blur.
53-50.
Good gracious, he turned on and he might ought to go to the
It was
shower.
him versus the chain gang over there, Coach. There wasn't anybody from Holly Pond really on that side of the field. He walked in, I mean, almost literally half speed from about the 10-yard line. Just really good job again, JJ blocking downfield.
See if we can get 4 for 4 here. That might be the one thing gets corrected now. Is the extra point. You said maybe we'll get 8. We're on our way. This is 8, ain't it? Here's a snap. The kick is up, and it looks that it is perfect.
He's getting better.
That's 6 extra points because we missed the first 2, and now we've made the last 4. And we'll take that every Friday.
That's a nice
We'll
job.
go 4 for 6 every Friday night.
That's a great job by Vanilla. He's coming on. He missed him. He didn't give up. He competed. He's getting better.
I had a chance to talk to Coach Kirk Ingram during halftime and told him I was really impressed by their kickoff design they brought in this week.
Well, the
he
kickoff,
said that, he worked on it. He put that in midweek.
He did.
That was
Kirk
his,
put it in.
Kirk said that was his
Well,
idea.
That's really impressive, Coach Ingram.
54-15, 7:26 to go. We played every commercial we got 15 times. We've talked about all our sponsors. We've had so many delays in this game. Kind of
Seems
silly.
like every game we have is the
Yeah,
longest.
I think they just like for us to be on the broadcast.
Yeah, I was going to say we're the longest game of the night every night.
Yeah, it is. It ain't even 9 o'clock. It seems like to
And
me
I
it's
don't
about
understand-
11:30.
I don't understand why that is tonight because, they had the first drive that was,
Took forever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was ate up a lot of the clock, but, it wasn't like that they're throwing all over the field.
Well, one of the most effective things Logan Sports done tonight is kicking it off.
Well, he's getting better.
And he's going to kick it all the way inside the 20. And here comes Olinger. He may take it to the house because he gets a little wide over here. But number 12 going to run him down. That's going to back him back to about the 21-yard line. You start getting the ball down there, you got to go ways.
That little Olinger is
He's
whoever
tough.
that way. He's tough, but
I tell you what, they're going to be better. They got a pretty good little old team. They just shot themselves in the foot tonight. You can tell they're young. They're playing like a young team. Locust Fork's not played like a young team. They have not made many mistakes tonight.
well,
Their offense has scored every time they've had the ball.
some of those 4 young guys have played 2 years, Greg.
Yeah.
And like Dino Embry.
We might want to put safeties over the back, guys.
Yeah, I don't know
There we
what-
go.
we're-
They're trying to get some subs in. Now we're going to call time. They're trying to play some other people, and people are not lining up right. So they're going to get a timeout here. I want to thank our sponsors tonight. Our game sponsor is the Ham Cabinets. Our broadcast booth sponsor is Team One Toyota. Our pregame show sponsored by Locust Fork Baptist Church. Keys to the game, WCRL. The score and drive recap, Adams Building Company. The first and 10 sponsor, S&S Foods, got more sponsors and got more commercials than anybody. Our timeouts tonight, sponsored by the Busy Bee, and the player of the game, sponsored by WCRL. It's 54-15, 7:14 to go in the third quarter. This has been the slowest quarter I can remember in a long time. Hornets come out and have scored 2. They've held them on defense by causing turnover. And this will be the second possession of the second half for the Holly Pond Broncos. Olinger go under center. He'll take it. And he will be brought down after a gain of about a yard or 2. Good defense by the Hornets. I feel like they've gotten better, and they do have some subs in there now. They've got 24,
the
number
whole
7.
secondary.
Yeah, they got all new secondary out there.
I think you still have the missile, maybe a couple.
Yeah,
of
that's all the
linemen.
missile play. They got some linemen. It's pretty much a full force substitution other than about 2.
The missile and who else? is a starter. I don't see any.
They're going to throw it. Got a man wide open. And old Christian Cowart going to get a first down.
Somebody came up there.
They came up and hit him. It didn't work out very well for him, Coach, but he came up and put his, I think that was the little freshman.
That was Miles out there, number 20. And I worry about him with that. You know, he's come off the protocol, hadn't he?
Yep. Christian Couch is a weapon if he catches it.
He just came off protocol and went attack Christian Couch.
Yeah, who's 6'5". Looks like a NFL tight end.
6'5", 228 pound senior.
I was told there's a delay in the Virginia Tech college game tonight because the coaches are stuck in an elevator.
That'd be awful.
At halftime.
They're going to throw it again. They're going to let it ride. Turn around, you'll intercept it. Great catch.
Right.
And a great pass. Complete to number 14, Boston Gibbs. And the Hornets going to have to get number 7 to turn around. If he had turned around, he might have intercepted it.
Great throw.
It was a great.
You got a ninth grader at corner. You got a ninth grader at safety. Ninth grader at safety, and I don't see the number across. I'm pretty sure we got freshmen across the board.
Yeah, you got all ninth graders except for a couple seniors out there right now.
Well, that's classy on Coach. Plus, you don't need to be playing your number 1 group when you got a 39-point lead.
Here comes Olinger. He'll take a little inside play. Nobody stays at home. And Ethan Adams going to miss the tackle. And now, if he fumbled it through the end zone, it'll be. No, they're going to say he went out to 2.
Well, it's a nice reverse action. Real good running. I'll tell you what, the Broncos are battling.
They're not quitting. And Lokes Fort showing a lot of class early in the third quarter by.
What we got?
We got a
we really don't need
16 heat timeouts. So
we don't need a heat timeout.
There've been more delays again in this game. And
well, let me give you another. It's 20-0 into the third. Is Susamore just went up 20-14 starting the fourth. Danville is not very good according to Brian Ingram, but they say they're struggling with them. But it's 20-14. So a missed extra point could come back to haunt the Dogs. They're starting the fourth. We're just halfway through the third.
Good gracious. This might be I don't know.
Well, it's a lot better this type of game to be the 54.
Yeah, when you're than you are 15. And they may add to it.
Well, all I can say is there has been a tremendous amount of timeouts and delays tonight.
I don't know what happened. It was
Is it me or is that what's
Greg?
that goal post? Is it leaning to the other one?
Yeah, it looks like it's maybe an optical illusion. It
I
does
don't
look
think
like
it is. Here is handoff right up the gut. Can he get in? No. If they don't blow the whistle, he will. He will. He'll get in the end zone. Olinger. No, excuse me. Number 7 will score.
Scrappy little
Jaden
bunch out
Holloway. They hadn't quit. Because they're going against a lot of youngins out there. They'll go for 2. 54-21. Problem this does is it could possibly put 60 or more on the scoreboard for the Hornets. If they can't find a way to stop them.
I think you've seen the end of the starters for Locust.
Yeah, I don't think too many of them.
That'd be a good time to run. Whoever's going to be the backup quarterback needs to be the backup quarterback. Olinger going to roll to his right. And he'll dodge a guy and throw it in the end zone. Touchdown, or the extra 2-point conversion is complete to number 10, Colin Brown, a junior.
Olinger's tough as nails.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's great. That's a nice throw, under control, good route. A really good football player. And they're still scrapping.
This game got away from Holly Pond early.
The
Hornets just dominated.
When it became the turnover fest.
Yeah, but the Lokes Fort backups have got to play a little better defense in their play.
That wasn't a really stellar performance there.
54-23. There's no telling what this score will end up being.
Well, it may be, we'll really get into fall. You know, we're in, what is it now? Weatherman fall after 1st September. So we may be here on the 21st.
5:14 to go in the third. We've already had 22 points scored in 5 minutes. Below 5 minutes. And they're going to have a backward kickoff. And it goes out of bounds. And you can either take it where it goes out of bounds or you can take it. Now, see, that's going to tick off Billy. Billy's trying to play his subs, and now they go kicking it onside, and that's going to make Billy keep his starters out there if you're not careful. But they're not.
Who is the backup
I don't
quarterback?
know. It looks like it's going to be Charlie.
Charlie's out there.
Yep.
So we're getting ready to hand it off to the freshman.
Yeah.
And I didn't think Charlie was the backup quarterback, but he's played more quarterback than anybody has.
Well, now what are we waiting on now?
They're going to mark it off penalty after it went out of bounds. So 1st and 10 for the Hornets at the 42-yard line. The Hornets, they do have Matt Mitchell in there, who hadn't played any offense. They do have Ethan Adams in there, who has not played offense. And Charlie has not been the quarterback, but he is the quarterback right now. And if they don't get the snap off, it ain't going to matter. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, got to snap the ball. And they will, almost over his head. They'll hand it up the middle to the little 9th grader, and he'll be smothered up. Because you got offensive linemen that hadn't played all night long, too. But he'll end up getting about a yard. So 2nd down and 9. The snap about went over the head of Charlie. 4:40 or 4:50 to go in the third. 54-23. Hornets with a bunch of backups in. Trying to get to the finish line without getting nobody hurt. And they're going to have 2 receivers split out to right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Good snap this time. And it's a good handoff. And the 9th grader will spin and turn, and he'll take it inside the 15, inside the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets by the 9th graders. And the Hornets have scored 60 with their backups.
That's a nice run, good blocking, nice cut back against the grain by the little freshman. He's a nice looking running back and showed some speed, Greg.
He did. He's going to be good.
I don't know what you do.
Oh, I mean, they're just handing it off.
But you can't do any more
with
than
your
that
backups
unless you run the clock down. And
now they'll have to.
They ran the clock down. They did a great job of snapping the ball. What's that to go on play clock?
True. What is it?
It's 60-23 with 4:18 to go. We've had 4 touchdowns scored in the third quarter, 3 by the Hornets. The extra point attempt is automatic. Automatic.
The man is on a 5 in a row.
7 made.
5 in a row.
That's 7 extra points we've tried. 5 in a row. Missed the first 2, but yes, he's got 7.
Love it.
Yeah.
So 1 more and I'm a prophet.
Yeah.
It's a there's a lot of walking around out there right now.
Am I mistaken? 6 times 10 is 60, right?
Yeah.
How many Hornets have scored? 9 touchdowns?
Well, we went for 2 twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got one of them missed one. 61-23 your score. 4:18 to go. And this was the backups. And I'm gonna tell you something. If they keep their starters, then they're gonna score again. But I see some backups out there now. I would not put. They don't need to get Olinger hurt.
Well,
now you have a game where they don't turn it over quite as much. I mean, our region. I think Cleveland is obviously going to be at the top of the region. Maybe West End again, and of course Locust Fork potentially. But Holly Pond's still fighting for a playoff position.
Yeah, they could make some noise, no doubt about it. They're gonna kick this over.
Kickoff.
This may go in the end zone. Inside the end zone. How about
that? But he is really getting the job done, Greg.
I'm telling you, sometimes in your life the light bulb goes off.
Well, one thing that I've noticed is that we actually set it on the tee where we can kick it off.
Kick it off.
I wonder. Surely they picked up on that. Surely we knew we were putting it on the tee that way the whole year, Coach.
All right, now we got look like backups.
And,
You know, you got
this could
you
be
got
a track meet.
everybody that's got a white
Their
uniform
quarterback-
on has played for the Hornets.
Their quarterback is back in. I want to probably see how
Oh.
long it takes him to run down the field.
4:18. We're not.
He needs to take him out.
We're not having any timer off the clock. Look at this. We
No.
still got 16 minutes to play, and it's
Yeah, they got their starter still in. That's
Some-
That's gonna make Billy mad.
And throwing.
And they're throwing the ball. And Olinger's gonna run it probably as far as he wants
80
to.
yards probably.
And he'll go around the left end and he will take it to the house. It's gonna be an 80-yard touchdown run for Olinger.
Well, Billy may put his first crew back. I don't think I would.
No.
But our young guys are struggling. Olinger's a good football player, though. I mean, got great feet, good speed.
Well,
tough.
everybody that's in white to score that, has been in the game. You got ninth graders all over the place, and there's a difference.
1 for 2 again,
I'm
right?
sure. 61-29. 3:56 to go. Billy's trying to be gracious. He has had the subs in, but they still got their starters in. But we scored against their starters with our second string. And here comes Olinger. He's going to roll to his right. You need to come on out here because he'll float it to the big 81, and he'll Couch will get the 2-point conversion. So it's 61-31.
3:56 left to go in the third quarter in Holly Pond, Alabama.
Is that 5 touchdowns in this quarter?
I don't know.
Logan Ford
It was
scored 3 and
40
they
to
scored
15.
2. Yeah. This thing might set some kind of record in that. We might score 80.
We may have to.
We keep playing our younger guys.
Oh my goodness.
We know to stop it doesn't look like. But just still, I say, don't get somebody
Well, the
hurt.
problem is too, when you take your starters out and they go sit a couple of drives,
They get
especially
caught.
on a
get
night like
stiff.
tonight. Yeah.
Well, Locust Fork's second team is scoring on their first team. They're offensive wise, but we just think they're like going through butter. They'll hit, and now they're going onside kicking. So they're not trying to. I mean, we're trying to be nice. It is what it is. 3:56 to go in the third, and they're going
Better get on
onside
that.
kick. You got to get on it, and they do. The
I
Hornets
think
get it.
Locust Fork got it.
No, they had the ball.
Did they?
Yeah, he was down. Well, they're gonna give it to them or Locust Fork. Oh, Locust
I'm
Fork
telling
had
you,
the
Billy's
ball.
a nicer guy than I am.
Yeah, he sends a sub. No, they ain't. He's putting his
No, he's
starters
putting
back in. He's done got mad now.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. I mean, you put in your backup on defense 3 drives in a row when they kick onside kicks.
Well, I hate to do this, but
Is Dylan Embry? Yeah.
yeah,
We got to, again, I don't blame him.
but I wouldn't get nobody hurt. I'd wait till it got closer before I done it.
Well, the thing is, you wait till it gets close, it's too late.
Yeah.
Dino's gonna bust through there. He's mad.
Yeah.
He's running down the sideline inside the 15, inside the 10. One play,
Touchdown. He ran over a guy.
40 or 55-yard
Touchdown.
touchdown. 68-31.
And I say what I said 3 drives. What do you do?
I mean, what do you do?
They keep playing their starters and kicking onside kicks. I don't blame Billy. I mean, it's 60-31.
What's
You
the
sit-
You got all your subs in.
Greg? Do you know what the most points Locust Fork's ever scored in a ball game?
We're approaching it in a hurry.
I mean, I hate to see that because I love Chris Moss, but they keep playing their first guys.
I don't know. Somebody said something to somebody. Personal foul.
Offsetting.
Offsetting. Okay.
Must have been after the play.
14 got
So
chewed
it'd
out.
be-
But and again, that's the kind of things that happen. when
Yeah,
the game
this game
gets
like
that.
this. You just don't want anybody key players get
No, there's no
hurt.
doubt you don't. You know, you
just-
prove a point.
Are we going for 2?
No,
I don't think he scored.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
Vanilla.
No, all right. So hey, 8.
No, they're going for 2. No, they're going for the extra point.
No, they're not gonna go for.
He's
2.
attempting his
Hey,
8
this 8.
8 extra points. How many in a row?
5.
This will be 6.
This will be 6.
Well, the crowd is beginning to thin out, Greg.
Yeah, even the Holly Pond crowd.
Yeah.
It's 67-31. I've never seen Locust Fork score 70 points in a game.
Got 15 minutes left. What are you gonna do? They need a hot clock, and
The snap is good, and the kick is.
Blocked it.
They just come through there like butter. They had their other bunch in. 67-31, 3:03 to go in the third. We got a whole quarter to go.
I'm telling you, Mass Academy's on the bus right now.
well, they'll
They
be
getting their peanut butter and jelly
they'll be
sandwiches and
in-
apples and their sack lunch for the ride home, Coach.
they'll be in Madison County crossing the Tennessee River
Well,
before we get to Blunsville.
I mean,
They'll be maybe in the locker room.
they ain't took their starters out yet. We're trying to help.
See, we got lots.
I don't blame Billy tonight. Billy's mad, and I don't blame him. He's trying to get everybody. He's had everybody. Everybody,
Everybody has played.
He's played.
Everybody for Locust Fork's played a good bit this second half, and he put his starters in for the first drive of the second half, and then put his second string in, and they just keep their starters in, going for 2, kicking onside
Yeah,
kicks.
onside
and everything
kicks
in.
are the worst thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And again,
Right.
Coach, you know, my philosophy always was, I thought the understanding was, you know, as long as you play your starting quarterback, we're going to play our defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you send your starting quarterback back out there, it's hard enough to put your defense back on
Well,
the field.
Locust Fork hadn't done that. They've had their second
Well, yeah,
string.
they did it before then.
Yeah.
Danville has just taken the lead on Susan Moore. God, they can't afford to lose that game. I thought they'd win that with ease. They'll kick it. Holloway will return it. And the Hornets going to bring him down. Looks like the Hornets' whole team's got mad.
Well,
I'm sure that there was some encouragement to go back out there and play man.
oh, yeah, they probably saying, yeah,
Go back
Coach,
out there
let's back
and
out there.
prove a point.
Now they're going to put their starters back in.
Yeah, they get well. So far, I see everybody but the quarterback. I haven't seen him. If he
He's probably over here talking to.
he'll come
Coach
on last. But our starters
Oh,
are
they're
on the
back.
field, boys.
Their starters, they've got their starting quarterback back. Again.
Well, we do too. Again,
Well,
we've put our
we've got-
starters back in.
Well, I think if they'd have saw him come in with a different quarterback, they'd
No, I don't disagree with you.
Well, we got the little number of that freshman 20 miles in.
Yeah, we've got the freshman
have a
at safety
couple.
and Charlie at corner, but Charlie again, I
He's
don't know
a
if you really
starter.
look at
Yeah,
that as
Charlie,
a starter.
They'll snap it. He's going to throw it again.
Deep.
He's fixing to run it now. They'll throw it across the field. And Mississippi got it. Yes, he did. Complete. Couch, the big guy, but he's hurt himself a little bit. I really don't think he caught it, to be honest with you. But they're going to give it to him. They got a flag. So what we got back there?
Please don't be dropping flags.
I think it's going to be holding against them.
Going backwards.
Yep.
An illegal forward pass. He was across the line of scrimmage. Is that a loss of them?
I don't know.
So they'll back
I
them up.
don't know, but this quarter is maybe
This is the
the
longest
longest
quarter.
one of the
Well, they had
year.
all kind of confusion. It is a loss of them.
I wish I knew what time it was when we started. It's still only 9:15, but most of the time games are over by about 9:30, 9:45.
This one will not be.
This ain't gonna make that unless you have a hot clock. That'd be the only way.
Well, here comes Olinger from shotgun. He'll take it. He'll look, and he will go down.
Ooh,
You see, that's where you get a chance to get him J.J. Pope right.
good gracious.
He's putting a whammy on it. That's a loss of about 10.
That might be sayonara for number 2.
He's played a heck of a game.
Boy,
Well,
tremendous.
you know, you'd have to think they have to believe they've still got a chance to win, the game. That is the only thing I can figure. Now I don't know
Yeah.
what game they're watching, but there's
You got a 36-point lead.
Yeah, I just don't
And
understand
every time
why.
Logan Sports had the ball, they scored
Well, again,
backups and all.
And their second string quarterback may be just as good, and that's the old school philosophy. But it would be bad to lose a player.
It would be. They're going to throw it right down the middle or outside the numbers there and complete it.
Olinger's
He'll
a
get
battler.
about 5 yards.
Olinger's a battler. He's
He'll
still
stop the clock.
I got to give him
Thank
a lot
God
of
the
credit.
clock guy is not stopping the clock. He's letting it run. Praise the Lord. Early in this game, they never stopped. So now they'll try to stop it, but they can't get him to. He just keeps right on running the clock. You go, Big Daddy. So that's 4th down and about 14. They're going to kick it. And the clock is still running.
Their first punt tonight.
And the first team defense did not give up a touchdown in the second half for the Hornets.
Greg,
They're kind of, they'll probably have a fake punt right here, and then it'll really be on like
There you go.
It is. And they're going to bring it
great
down.
play. Who's that, JJ?
I cannot believe they just ran a fake punt. Do they not realize
It's probably
Logan-
really good for the broadcast that Coach is a good friend of that old guy down
Yeah,
there. I don't know that I could keep
Hey,
from getting us in trouble.
I love Chris. I don't. He's a good
I think
fella.
we're subbing out though again.
He is one tough guy to overcome a lot of. He has a serious health issue. I love
Yeah,
him.
I do. He's a great guy. I don't know what his thinking is.
I don't
tonight.
either tonight. And
Logan Sports trying to be good, and they're not letting us. Logan Sports still got their subs in. They got all of their.
Now here comes the Deuce back on the field. I don't know
Oh,
if he's
no.
the only one that can come out and line. I got a feeling we ain't gonna throw anywhere near him.
I
know
just
it's him.
I wouldn't let him run downfield.
We got 9 players on the field.
Well, why is the clock stopped? Did it?
Well, they had a
That's right.
turnover on down.
turnover on down.
Change
I
of
don't think that's
possession.
a bad question tonight, Coach, but he might not be able to get away with that one. He might sneak a second off here or there.
Golly.
Logan Fork is fixing to score the most points they've ever scored.
But again,
in school
maybe
history.
one where you almost just take a knee and get us to the end of the darn quarter.
Yeah, and
That would be an interesting thing to do.
this may be the longest third quarter, 12-minute.
And then go for the field goal.
Here's a snap. They'll hand it to number 20. He'll go right up the gut, and he'll get all the way down to about the 5-yard line,
now
maybe
the
the
clock's
3.
not-
And
the
the
clock's
clock
not
will
ran.
stop on the
Clock
first down.
just started.
We ran 1 second off the clock.
Why is it not running now?
Well, now they're trying to get him to, and he won't get it. He still hasn't started the clock. He's wound his arm
He wound-
15 times. Now they get it
He
going.
gonna need some.
Logan Fork trying to put all kind of kids in the game. They got everybody on the team's play. It is 1st and goal for the Hornets. Charlie Armstrong is at quarterback. He's supposed to be the 3rd team quarterback.
Well,
And delay a game.
they're not
And
calling
they're not
it.
gonna call
They
it.
didn't
They'll hand it
call
right up the gut to the 9th grader, and he'll take it in the end zone. Touchdown. Miles Watts. And the Hornets have now scored the most points ever by a Locust Fork Hornet
That's what I thought.
football team.
I mean, I
that-
might-
this is not on nobody else.
I might in the 4th quarter hit a knee.
Rex
Every-
McClain just texted me and said, "Will you be out of Holly Pond in time for Sunday school Sunday?" Well, I guess you could down it every time you get it. I
Yeah,
don't know
I mean,
what else you
I'm
could do.
for it right now.
It's 73-30.
I'm pulling for him.
Hey man.
I'm for the clock. My
Oh, okay, yeah.
Extra point attempt. Up, and I couldn't see it.
May have missed that.
No good. Back to back. 28-21. Susan Moore. 6 minutes to go. They got a barn burner up in Danville.
so that makes us 6 for 10 with extra points tonight.
That'd be pretty good.
73-31.
Good gracious alive. This thing. I never thought this. I thought it
didn't.
might be 51-35 or something.
Well,
But the plethora of turnovers in the second quarter, just turned it around.
well, and not only that, but I mean, they just have not been able to stop Locust Fork. I mean, Locust Fork scored every time they have had the ball. Well,
And it's not a good matchup for Holly Pond in that Locust Fork strength plays into their younger, undersized secondary.
Yeah, you talked about that before the game, and it's been a mismatch there. But they're so young, 9th, 10th graders. I saw one of their players weighs 98 pounds. He's got a lot of courage to be out there. Good boot.
He'll kick it back to Holloway. He'll take it up the left side, and he'll scoot around and he'll take a pretty big hit there.
See, I get nervous with some of our starters.
And we're going to get a flag.
Coming back with their starters, you can't miss 81 coming on.
No, you can tell.
I just don't understand why.
Unless he just maybe doesn't have any other guys.
Well, they got a whole 35 people over here.
I know, but maybe they, of course, Coach Adams put his backups in, way backups, third teamers.
He's back in there too. They
They're
got
out
all
there now, guys. Well, that's
73-31.
That's a classy thing to do.
Well, Billy's trying. It's going to be the penalties against the Broncos, unsportsmanlike conduct.
The missile is out there. I thought I saw him.
Now we're back to the second string.
No, we're back to the third string.
Across the board.
It's the third string out there now, buddy.
Quarterback just trotted on the field.
Yeah.
And they stay in with their starting lineup, and they go for two, and they get onside kicks and fake punts. It's 73-31. You realize if we score another one, we could have scored 80 points. They have scored more points than ever's been scored by a Locust Fork football team tonight. They're going to take it, get it to Olanger. He's going to run it around the left side. He's going to take it to the house again.
Great tackle.
Great tackle that time by Isaiah Rooker, the 9th grader.
Nice job by Rooker there.
I bet you their quarterback's going to have about 300 or 400 yard rush.
You should get the fourth quarter started at midnight.
I think they'd let the clock run out, and they will. That's going to get us to the end of the longest third quarter I've ever been a part of. Hornets setting a school record, 73-31. They're trying. They've thrown every sub they got in there. I hope we may run out of juice. I don't know how much gas is in that generator. Lordy mercy. We'll take a break. You're listening to WCRL Hornet Radio Network. We'll be right back.
When there's work to do, ground to break, earth to move, and a reputation to uphold, you need the durable Kubota RTVX. Built with half-ton capabilities, industry-exclusive heavy-duty features, and a cargo bed that easily transitions into a second row of seating. The RTVX is North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Visit your local Kubota dealer and test drive one today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for a full disclaimer.
Blount County Tractor, your local Kubota dealer, located just north of Walmart on Highway 75 North.
Welcome back. We head to the fourth. Hallelujah. Locust Fork 73. Holly Pond 31. Locust Fork has played everybody they got. They start the fourth quarter.
Lined up on the.
And Holly Pond is still got their starters in. This game may not ever end.
Shotgun now.
Danville just went ahead. They're going.
Oh Lord! Go get the
drop
ball.
back
Get on the
to
ball.
pass it.
Get
It
on
looked
the
like
ball.
it looked like it was behind the play, but they aren't. And they're going to say it was incomplete. Danville 29-28. They lead it now. That's got to be close to the end. If Susamore loses that, that's going to be a devastating loss. That's one game I really thought Susamore could win. Second down to 10. Here comes a snap. They're going to throw it again. They're going to throw it to number 8, and he'll be brought down by Lopez after a gain of about 2. Number 8 is Nicholas Goodwin, a junior.
Nice tackle by Angel.
Well, I've seen a lot of things in my life. This beats it all. You see a lot of potential in Holly Pond,
Yes.
but they just, I don't know. I don't think they could stop nobody though. Locust Fork is not kicked. They're nobody.
Well, if Locust Fork could have held on the ball, called a kickoff or two, here's going.
And there, he just needs to keep on running. They're going to complete it this time to number 10, which is Colin Brown, and they'll get a first down. And believe it or not, I think they'll go out of bounds. They need to keep that clock running. They will. He winds his arm. So here we go.
Well, Locust Fork is pretty good offensively.
They
I
are.
don't think we're this good.
No, they're not 73 points. But Lordy mercy, I mean, backups have scored two or three touchdowns.
That's what I'm saying.
They just don't have much.
Well,
And they have not took their starters out on defense or offense.
Well, there was no resistance defensively in the second half, in my opinion.
And not much in the first. Olinger trying to set some kind of scoring record. Say we got a man out there, and he'll make the catch. That's a good catch.
Right. Yeah.
They'll pass it complete to Nicholas Goodwin. Touchdown, Broncos.
Golly. It's going up a basketball blowout score, really, kind of maybe 73-44. I wonder if you.
Well,
they're going for two. See if they can make it 39.
So here we go. They're going to go for two again. Hey, Coach, I know Coach Adams is about to die. They keep the starters in. They're going to run it around the corner, and he'll come back around this side, and he will not get the extra point.
That's a nice job.
That's a good defensive play by the Hornets.
Can't tell who it was. They're so far away there.
Well, it was number 30, Lopez. So 10:35 to go in the ball game, 73-37. Locust Fork scored more points than they ever have in the history of the school. They have had their subs in the second half, but nobody can stop nobody. The second string team for Locust Fork can't stop nobody. And
hey, Greg, my granddaughter said we left the game at halftime, made it to the campground in Guntersville before the end of the third quarter. Longest quarter ever.
I have never seen anything like this.
Haley Dutton.
73-37. So we got the last 10 minutes and 35 seconds of this game.
And Greg, I think if there's a girl at Holly Pond High School that's not on the cheerleading squad, she was sick the day of tryouts.
Lord have mercy.
I've never seen that picture.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They got 22 cheerleaders.
Well,
hey, you know what that does? Brings people to the game. You get about, here comes the onside kick, I'm sure. I don't understand this. I'd have my all hands team up there. And we don't.
We don't.
We do not. They got a good kick this time, and they're going to get it. Or did not?
No, I think that was that.
That's old big Isaiah King. It hit him right in the hands, and it bounced off.
In 1985, a team like this, we'd try to go and absolutely decapitate the kicker. The onside kicking situation like this.
They still got their starters in on defense, too. Locust Fork still playing their subs.
What's the record for onside kicks? That'd be
I don't know. This
fourth.
game right here, yes. There have been all sorts of great kickoff plays. You know that?
Yeah.
I mean, not within returns for a touchdown.
You know, some teams kick onside kick just all the time, whatever. But again, they didn't onside kick till the second half.
73-37. If Locust Fork scores a touchdown, extra point, it's going to be 80. They'll hand it up the middle this time to Rooker. And he will get 2 or 3 yards. The run clock. Just keep running. He got 3. It'll be second down and 7. And so here comes one of the first very few second downs in this half. Because Locust Fork scored in one play about every time. The 9th grader's going to have a huge night. I bet he's got close to 60 yards rushing. This is a big time. I mean, this is you got every kid that's ever thought about playing for Locust Fork in the game.
Miles Watts is going to be a player, Greg.
There goes Rooker. They hit. They throw it. They run it right at the middle.
Well,
And he'll get a yard maybe.
Well, again, when our freshman running backs been in the game, we've only ran one play.
Yeah,
we ran the same play every time he's been in the game.
He's ran it straight up the gut every play. 3rd down and 5 or 6. 9:28 to go.
He's out. We got 26 in now, Greg. What Skylar Zeals, another 9th grader. I think that's 26, maybe 25.
So you got a JV bunch out there, really, except for Charlie.
But Charlie's about all we got. Charlie gonna keep it this time, and he'll barrel into to about the 42-yard line. So to bring up 4th down and 2, maybe 1. I don't think Locust Fork's gonna punt it.
I wouldn't punt. I'd run.
You got your second. You're on their side of the field. You probably risk more of a problem.
4th and what? An inch?
Yeah. Charlie might want to just keep it.
I'd run that clock down like he is.
They just running the clock down. They'll snap it. He'll kick it. Keep it right up the gut, and he'll get down after they get the first down.
Good job. Be careful. Get him down. Do we not have another quarterback?
He's hurt. If you remember, Gerlot started the game, and then he didn't come back in, and I think he injured himself again.
Oh, me, I hope not.
Well, I hadn't seen him in the game. I would think something like that's happened. So 1st and 10 for the Hornets, and they're going to let the clock run.
Excitement.
Just don't get a delay of game penalty.
Don't do anything. Just snap it to Charlie and hand it.
And they're going to hand it right the middle to Rooker.
Good hard running, Greg.
Yeah, he runs it hard. You got every backup in the game as much as you can go. They still got the starters in.
Charlie would have to probably go at least 3 Mississippis past the 0 for them to call the leg game.
Well, I don't even know who some of these kids. I hadn't seen a lot of these kids. Brody Gortney in there.
Well, Greg, now I think they got their second unit out there.
No, they do not.
You sure?
Well, they got some. They do have some of them now, but
81's on the bench.
Yeah, they do have some of them in there.
Yeah, 15's on the bench.
Charlie gonna keep it and slick.
Oh, man, look
Charlie,
at that.
Gonna get all the way down
Charlie.
close to a 1st down, and he'll get about 10 yards. So
look
1st and 10, S&S 1st and 10. The clock will keep running.
Pretty quick there, Greg. I mean, Tim Orton in Silicaga would love to send that speed from Charlie.
A 1st and 10 for the Hornets, ball about the 26-yard line. Charlie had a little situation this week. I don't know if I've even told you two guys. He had a scare. We had a scare this week. On his side, he has got a tumor that came up, and we didn't know what kind of tumor, and he had to have all kind of tests. But praise the Lord, it was benign. And here comes Rooker just running straight up the gut. He'll get 2 or 3 yards. But it was scary for 3 or 4 days, and it's one of the most goofy and gross-looking things you've ever seen. It's about that big. That big around. I know people on the radio can't tell. That's what I'm saying, but
are they going to remove it later? Or?
They're going to probably try. It don't hurt him much, but it will slide up and down almost a foot. It's ridiculous. It's weird looking. I told him, I said, if your job don't ever work out, you can get in the circus or something.
Golly, well,
2nd down and 7.
Glad it's benign.
And they'll hand it right up the gut again. This time, good defense by the Broncos. And we got a timeout for what?
Oh, God.
For the mid-quarter timeout.
Good gracious, cool weather.
And
I mean, they got to do it though. They don't have any choice.
Yeah, that's the rule.
State mandates.
But I do think we're going to finally get to the end of this sucker. Locust Fork needs to get another 1st down and just let the clock run out.
I'm not positive, Greg. Before midnight.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get there.
Luckily,
Arab 40, Douglas 6.
That's good. See, I don't have to work like y'all do.
Angie said of soft tissue. That's what he had.
Soft tissue. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how's her throat? Does it got any better?
I don't know. The Lord really blessing Greg tonight. My wife can't talk. 6 minutes left. Ian Susamore. It's 28-28. They missed the extra point. I thought he said it was 29.
Ahead of them. My gosh, what have they done at Susan more tonight? They
They-
must have had
they're
somebody
having-
get locked in the elevator as well.
Did they ever get those guys out? See, I have a horror of that happening to me. I'm claustrophobic. I couldn't stand it. I don't like elevators.
Lord Paul Charlie's had to play the whole game.
Like Charlie's
Here comes the snap. He'll take it and he'll run it to the left side. And he's got all kind of running room around the left side, inside the 15. And they'll get his
Great
first
job.
down to 11. That'll be a stopping the clock briefly.
now, what do you do here? You score.
Well, it's hard to tell a young guy not to score, but I think if you're the coach, you're almost hoping you get stopped.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you could go into the take a knee. That's JB Pinton did that last week, late in the game with their backups in.
Yeah.
You know, that would not be again. You could take 4 knees and
Yep. That
beat
take
at
off.
3 minutes.
Well, Connor Bartlett in to run the ball now.
Well,
I think
great.
Charlie's going to have to tell him where to line up. He's a ninth grader.
Other
He
side.
said, get on
Charlie.
the other side, brother. Just when I give it to you, and they're going
Oh,
to jump
good
all
grief.
sides.
They didn't call it. Yeah, finally.
I'd delay a game.
Oh, okay. Good.
And-
Around a bunch of.
Well, they couldn't get Connor to get on the right side of where he's supposed to be.
And that's not the end of the world. Again, if we can.
Clock's running.
And it will start.
He's
It will
letting the
start.
clock
That
run.
could be a good thing.
We might could
Yeah.
take 4 or 5 to delay a game.
I was
if
going
we
to
run the
say,
clock.
yeah. I might hit the knee now before play. That takes 2 minutes. They probably not going to call timeout, are they?
Here comes the snap. They'll hand it right up there to Connor Bartlett. Little Connor
That a boy.
taking
Good.
it all the way
good
to
runner.
about the 15. You got every kid that's ever wanted to play football at Locust Fork has been in this ball game. It's going to be a happy bus. Hornets have scored more points than any team in the history of Locust Fork football now. And it wasn't by trying to run the score up. The backups have scored. And then they just kept their starters in.
Number 17. They keep looking at that bench over. He's going to be fine. Charlie will help him.
Second down and 12. 3:44 to go. They'll snap it, hand it to little Connor Bartlett, and he's not going nowhere. So they bring up third down. So this ought to get us under 3 minutes. There's 3:30 to go. It's 73-37. This game was over in the second quarter.
Turnovers in a row, and
Yeah.
we're so good. We're so good tonight offensively. Couldn't stop us. It just put this.
Locust Fork's played 3 games and have not punted, but in 2 of them. And one of them, I mean, only in one of them. And didn't punt much in that game. Charlie gonna keep it this time, but he gonna get 8 up. And that's gonna bring up fourth down.
250, what, Greg?
So I ought to get you down to about 220 or so. If you get a first down here, it'd be over.
It's going to be hard to get a first down and not get a touchdown.
Yeah.
That'd have to be off precise.
Maybe
Put it down
trip,
there, coach.
trip about the 4-yard line.
Well, so you got to get inside the 1 to have a first down.
Not.
Well, who you want to be the MVP? I think needs to be player of the game needs to be JJ Boat.
The Deuce.
Just because of his.
Well, I think the things that JJ did outside of,
Don't give it to him and
running-
Coleman. How about that? I don't know who this is running, but he's going to do a good job. But that's
That-
going to get the ball back to.
Well, that was a great block by Isaiah King. A pancake.
Well, here we go. We're going to be first down for Holly Pond. And they will not set their starters in finally. Hallelujah. So 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go.
We got a big number 70 out there. And they're really young.
It's just 9:39. We're not going to be too far off.
Hey, now,
But Lord, if and they're going to call time. That's going to even make it worse. This has been the longest game and probably the least excited I've ever been that Locust Fork scored more than 50. But there wasn't nothing they could do. I just be honest with you. Everybody that they never punted. They did finally stop Locust Fork, but
I
that was
think
with
my
a backup,
son's
backup.
10th grade year, we scored 50 and 60 a couple times and lost.
Yeah, that was 4-8
Really?
when we was playing. That's
Jacksonville
Bramlett
and
then.
you had Jeffrey and Clay. We could
Yeah.
score, but we couldn't stop them.
No, and that was some pretty tough opponents there.
Yeah. Again, you went to Anniston. They had 3 play in the NFL.
Y'all get blown out of, or did
We heard who
score?
let the dogs out from the time we walked in to the time we walked out.
Yeah, it was who let the dogs out. Lord, put them up.
I've never been in a winning game as a coach at Anniston again playing them. Football, basketball. And we went up there with some good basketball teams, and we're just good enough to make it. They beat us by 6 or 8.
Well, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Everybody's got subs in there. They'll take it. Ooh, pretty good
Great
hit there
tackle.
by number 25 for the Hornets, Isaiah Rooker.
See, Rooker's showing some
That is
promise
their,
there.
that number 7 and number 14 did start. They did start.
Yep.
They do have some starters. 2nd down, and we'll call it 7 with 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. So here we go. This game may end, folks, believe it or not.
Not sure.
They'll take it and they'll hand it right up the gut to number 7. And he will get nice yardage this time, but he'll be brought down again. This time by number 5 for the Hornets, Noah Hove. 3rd down with 1 minute and 12 seconds. So we possibly could have about 2 or 3 more plays unless they bust it. Put 40 up there. 3rd down and 3.
9:41, Greg. It's going to get close to a 3-hour game.
Yep. They'll snap. They're going to throw it. And they will let her fly. It's going to be picked off.
Intercepted.
And a nice job by Carter Corneliuson getting his first interception of his varsity career. Good job by Carter. And he's happy as he can be. And he ought to be. Now I would think you would have the old Neil down right here.
Yep.
48.8 seconds. Final score going to be 73-37. I'm going to start right now on the stats. From what I have right now, that's what we're going to go with. Locust Fork's going to end up with 369 yards rushing, 544 yards total offense. And individually, and passing, they're going to wind up with 175. Dylan will have 175 yards passing, and then his individual stats, he had 175 yards rushing. Excuse me, 158 yards rushing. And we're going to get a.
Well, the clock never started.
What in the world?
But it started now. And we're going to have to snap it one more time. Burgett had 84 yards rushing. Miles Watts had 84 yards rushing. Charlie Armstrong had 25 yards rushing. Receiving yards, J.J. Boatwright led everybody with 106.
Golly.
And so that will do it. Final score 73-37. And a big win for the Hornets. I thought it would be a pretty close game. I know that I didn't think it'd be real close, but I thought Locust Fork would win by a couple touchdowns or more. But as far as defense is concerned, not a lot of defense by no defense by Holly Pond. They just didn't play no defense. Locust Fork played a little bit when they had their starters in, but when the subs was in, it was not much defense. They did play a little defense there at the end, but whew, what a game. One of those games that you're glad you won it. Nobody got hurt. And
that's the key. That was the thing.
You score a ton of points, but it's kind of weird.
A weird game. Yeah, you just kind of feel weird.
Well, I think we're going to have an interview on the field with Coach Billy Adams. I think. I don't know where Josh is. Do y'all see Josh Holt out there?
No, but he might be out there somewhere. Yeah, I do see.
Do you? So is he close?
He's right there about midfield, 45-yard line.
Is he on the field?
Yes.
Okay.
Saw his blue shirt.
Well, he needs to stick that microphone right in the mouth of Coach Adams. And both teams showing a lot of sportsmanship here. They're going out there and circling the wagons. And they'll have a little bit of prayer time. I thought Locust Fork was very good offensively tonight. I think we still have some weaknesses on defense. They're going to have a juggernaut in the Cleveland Panthers next week. But I'll tell you what, I think if Locust Fork can win next week, they got a chance to win the region. If they can play with Cleveland, they got a chance to host a playoff game. So,
Greg, they've got a lot of skill and a lot of speed to a football. The people that are going to be playing now. Cleveland may be a little bit too physical, but I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, they're going to have trouble stopping us offense.
It'll be interesting.
I really think so. I mean, you got some quality players on that offensive side with speed, athleticism, toughness, and effort. I mean, watching JJ block when he wasn't a ball carrier for Dino, I mean, that's just, as an old coach, that's extra effort that wins you championship. And if all of them play like that, blocking and playing for each other, got a chance.
Here we go. Got Josh Hope on the phone.
2 seconds.
You ready, Greg?
Yep, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Hey, congratulations on a big win. What's some of the key factors to tonight's win? What do you think played a big role in tonight for your team and you and your team having a successful game?
I thought we played hard. I thought we got off to a rocky start. They did some things offensively we wasn't really looking for. I thought we did a good job of adjusting to that, and then we was able to get some explosive plays on offense. And then, of course, they turned the ball over to help us. We capitalized on turnovers. I thought once we capitalized on turnovers, that was really the turning point in the game in the first half.
Yeah, how do you think this momentum helps you going into next week's big football game?
Well, let's tell our guys we got a 6-game schedule, and tonight was game 1. All we're worried about now is we'll get back and we'll watch the film Sunday on this one, correct it, and then we'll worry about that one next week. Come Monday morning after we watch this film on Sunday, make the corrections from today.
That sounds great. Well, congratulations. I'll let you enjoy this win with your football team. Good luck, and we'll see you next week, Coach. Thank you for all you do, man.
Thank y'all. Thanks.
All right.
And we
All right, Greg.
certainly appreciate you, Josh. Appreciate you getting him. We'll just stop it with a coach here, and appreciate you doing the stats. Did a great job and a big win for the Hornets.
All right. Thank you, Greg. See you next week, pal.
All right, buddy. Thank you to Josh Holt, his wife-to-be, Danville. I don't know who was giving me a score. It was 49-7, final score of the Pennington game. They lost. We knew that. Susanmore went to overtime. So we'll see what Susanmore can do in overtime. It was a game I thought offensively was pretty much perfect. Couldn't ask for much more offensively. Never stopped us really. And then defensively, I thought after halftime it was shut him down. I believe he is hurt when I see him, Gerlot over there. So I hate that for him because he just now got back. And I thought he was going to be back, but they just can't get over the hump. So final comments, and we'll get out of here. How about that? I've already given out stats, so let's get out of here. Talk to final comments, Jeffrey.
Well, I think, we talked about the difference in the game coming down. We thought the game would be fairly close. Opening drive, again, give them credit, came down and able to go the length of the field. And then from there, for the most part, again, other than a couple of big plays, really most of their points came against our backups coach. And I think from the type of team that we are and will have to be is pretty close to, perfect as we could be offensively. And then defensively, I think we're just going to have to get a little bit better week after week and improve, to get to where we want to get from a region perspective.
Well, and I think they got time to do it. I think there's a lot of upside. Locust Fork's going to be a juggernaut offensively, I think, for some teams. So we'll see what happens there. But you certainly got some things to improve. But 2-1, and I thought we're where we'd be at this point, Coach.
Well, I was impressed after the 7.5-minute drive, the response by Locust Fork, take the ball down, score. And then a great play by Mitchell to save a thing they would have put Holly Pond ahead. And I think that was, then we get the turnover, the fumble recover right after that, go down and score. I thought that was big. But to me, the impressive thing to me in the ball game, especially when the game was kind of, it hadn't been decided, was effort. I think effort on defense. I think being cognizant of what was going on, focused, getting those turnovers off kickoffs, and then just being blessed with speed and athleticism. A quarterback can run, throw, wide receivers that can catch, and an athlete and J.J. Boatwright that a lot of people don't have. Just a nice win. They're going to have to get tougher on defense, especially against the Cleveland team. It'll be very physical. So, but this team's got a chance. They got a chance to have a terrific year. And next week's a big one, but you've got big ones on after that. So, I mean, you can't put the season all on one ball game.
No.
You got.
I look forward to next week. I think that'll gauge a lot.
Yes.
And we'll see what happens.
Good night, though. You scored 73 points.
Yeah.
In a high school football game.
And doing it with some backups.
And playing with a bunch of 9th and 10th graders.
That's right. Well, that's going to do it for us. Final score 73-37. Most points ever scored by a Locust Fork football team. And that's going to do it for our broadcast. We will see you next week live from the Palace at Gary Pate Field. And we'll have the coaches, Billy Adams show probably Tuesday night after the middle school game. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. That'll do it for our game. We'll see you next time on the Hornet Radio Network. Good night, everybody.